victory out of the bag.
We'll get you ready for all of tonight's action with the radio pregame show, bring you score updates from around the area during the games, and bring you all the exciting action of South Central Iowa high school football.
Handoff goes to Kenson Fuller. He bounces off one tackle, first down, and a whole lot more. What a spin move, and he is gone. Kenson Fuller, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. 6 for the Dutch touchdown, Pella. What a play.
Next to Kiefer, takes a snap. Noah looks. He looks. He throws. He's going long. Keller's there, wide open. Makes the catch. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. 58 yards. No flags. And the Panthers have tied it.
Got Kayla Rodman with it. He's trying to make something happen, but a little too much east and west. If he could get a block now, look out! Look out! 40, 45, 50. He's got some people in front of him.
There we go.
30, 25. Now a block.
Right there.
Gets a block, and it's all the way for a touchdown. Kayla Rodman reverses field. He starts left. He cuts back to his right, and Norwalk is right back in it. 4:05 left to go. An 80-yard kickoff return touchdown.
Now let's head to the field and inside the radio broadcast booth.
Welcome to this edition of Iowa High School Football on the KRLS2 stream at KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Myself, Tyler Crabb, and JD Boer here with you for this Class 1A first-round playoff game between your Pella Christian Eagles and the Ogden Bulldogs. And JD, to answer former Colts head coach Jim Mora's question, yes, we are talking about the playoffs.
Yeah, here we go. You know, you get to this time of the year, it's about the playoffs, you know, and it's a good time for high school. Doesn't necessarily feel like it outside. We got a beautiful day for some football, but happy to be here, happy to be calling some high school playoff football.
Yeah, let's start with that. You're talking about a beautiful night. I mean, you can't ask for October 20th. This is an absolutely gorgeous night.
This is prime. I mean, I don't know. Find me a better day on the calendar than what we're experiencing right now.
I know. This is
awesome.
I mean, just perfect weather. I mean, beautiful skylight here, too. You got just before we get to actual dark, you got the nice, like, orange, purple colors across the sky. It's absolutely beautiful. Temperature here for game time presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating, 69 degrees. Just an absolutely nice night out here for some Iowa high school football, which our game time temperature has been presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating, your local cooling and heating experts. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
And again, JD, before we get too far into our playoff talks and we get into our interview with Coach Keg Marinsky before this contest kicks off, I want to give a big shout out because yesterday we had a lot of excitement, a lot of fun buzzing around the school. Just down the road here at the Pella Sports Park, second year in a row that the Eagles got to host the state qualifying cross country meet. Want to give a shout out to the boys cross country team and then Bailey Voss, Jacqueline Holmes of the girls squad qualifying for state. I've been here covering Pella Christian for 3 years now. This is the third time I've got to watch the boys squad qualify for state. They became just the second team in program history to make it a three-peat at the state tournament since 1981. 1983 was the last time that happened. And then we've sent girls to the state qualifying meet every year I've been here too. So a lot of fun there. Coach Bouquet's done a nice job, so I want to give those kids a lot of props.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, cross country is one of those sports that you don't necessarily get. You know, it's not necessarily a spectator sport as much, you know, so there's not as much attention drawn to it sometimes. But the work that those kids have put in, and you talk about, you know, a program that's just on the rise and just doing an awesome job. Like you mentioned, Coach Bouquet's got a role in there, and those kids really care for each other. They're doing it right, and it's fun to watch last night, and really proud of them as Eagles.
Absolutely. Now we turn our attention to playoff football, where the Pella Christian football team, they're beginning their journey to the Unidome, trying to get to the, I guess the Unidome is what a lot of people consider state. The round before would be the Final Eight, which is traditionally what you would call the state tournament, but the Eagles are beginning their journey trying to get back to the Unidome, and that starts with the Ogden Bulldogs, who snuck their way into the playoffs last week with a win against Nottoway Valley. They forced a three-way tie. They held the tiebreakers, jumped from 5th to 3rd into the playoffs, and they're a team that's playing with a little bit of confidence, looking to get things going on.
Yeah, you know, it's fun because you get Ogden and Pella Christian, you know, some schools a little bit further away that really don't have any a lot of connections. You know, you look at just their programs I don't know if they've ever played before. Did you end up looking?
I don't think so.
I would imagine this is their first ever meeting between the two schools, and even the scores. You know, no common opponents this year, so it's kind of fun when you get to this time of year, and you know, maybe you have an idea. Obviously, the staffs have looked at film and all that, but by the time you get on the field, you know, it's just about hat on hat and what that looks like, and it'll be fun to see tonight to see how it all shakes out for these teams.
It will be a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we will be talking with Pella Christian head football coach Rich Kagmerinsky on pregame coverage of Pella Christian versus Ogden in this Class 1A first-round playoff matchup. Back after this on 92.1 KRLS.
KNIA Veterinary Clinic in Pella. One of the benefits of being a regular patient is that you have access to our 24-hour emergency care services. So if your dog is having puppies and need help at 3 in the morning and you're a current Tri-County client, the veterinarians are here for you. And heaven forbid, but if your cat gets hit by a car or eats something it shouldn't after regular business hours and you're a current Tri-County client, the veterinarians are here for you. Have your pet become an active patient of Tri-County Veterinary Clinic today and get access to our 24-hour emergency care.
Go to veterinarians.
Looking for a bank account that works as hard as you do? With Sensible Checking from Bank Iowa, whatever you are spending your money on, we'll pay you for. At 10 cents cash back for each qualifying debit card purchase, you will earn cash back of $1 for every 10 qualifying debit card transactions. You'll also enjoy free online banking, bill pay, and a free debit card. And with no monthly service charge, you can swipe your heart out. Spend money, make money. Learn more at bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Providers and staff at Pella Regional Health Center are inspired by prevention. They believe that early detection of breast cancer is important because it increases a woman's chances of survival. At Pella Regional Health Center, women can get their 3D low-dose mammogram for breast cancer screening. Clinical studies have shown that a 3D mammogram is more accurate, finding serious breast cancers 40% earlier. To schedule your 3D mammogram at Pella Regional Health Center, call 641-628-6620.
I'm sure the last thing you want to be thinking about now is winter, but fall is the time to be making sure your home is ready for cold weather, and that includes winterizing your home for pests. Meninga Pest Control has a variety of methods to keep insects, spiders, rodents, and other critters from making your home theirs in the cold weather months. Call today and schedule an inspection of your home with Meninga Pest Control. I'm Sean, and we want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Meninga Pest Control.
Lely is proud to be the title sponsor of today's Lely Radio Sports page on KNIA and KRLS. We know how important local sports are to everyone in South Central Iowa, and this innovative program will keep you up to date on all the happenings with your favorite local teams and athletes. At Lely, we're innovating for our customers as well, providing dairy farm automation for producers all over the world. With our North American headquarters right here in Pella, we're proud to be part of the community. Tune in for today's Lely Radio Sports page every weekday on KNIA and KRLS.
The battery-powered lawn equipment you've always wanted is here. Toro's Flex Force line of walk mowers and lawn tools are easy to use, fast, quiet, and just as powerful as gas-powered. No hassles, no cords, and virtually no maintenance. Check out Toro's line of Flex Force lawn mowers and lawn tools at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella.
Brand appeal and the Pella community go together like almond paste and the letter S.
Like thunder and lightning.
Like bed and breakfast. Like Lewis and Clark.
Brand appeal and the Pella community go together like Central College and football.
Like shampoo and conditioner.
Like rock and roll. Like campfires and s'mores.
Hi, I'm Derek DeHaan with Brand Appeal, a proud supporter of Pella and Pella Christian Schools and a proud member of the Pella community. Jump on the brand wagon.
Do you need new gear to show off your love for Pella or Pella Christian? At Windmill Print and Stitch, you can shop our online apparel store and pick up your order the same day at our facility in Pella. And we'll give 10% back to the local schools. Go to the Windmill Print and Stitch Facebook page and look for the link for Pella and Pella Christian fanwear. Shop online and pick up your order the same day. Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella, proud supporters of the Dutch and Eagles.
Back here with pregame coverage of Pella Christian football against Ogden. We're talking now with Pella Christian head football coach Rich Kagmerinsky, powered by Hy-Vee. Coach, playoff time, coming off of a big win last week against Colfax Mingo, where you guys really kind of took control of that game early on here and were able to get the guys rested up. How big was that to be able to get those guys a little bit of rest last Friday and make sure that they were ready to go physically for tonight's game against Ogden?
Well, I thought our kids played well. I think we came out of the gate fast last week, and that was great. Obviously, kickoff return for a touchdown, kind of got jumped on them early. I think we only had 4 or 5 minutes of offensive possession time in the first half last week, but it was good possession. I thought we took care of the football. Obviously, we blocked well, ran well, threw well. Defensively, we did a lot of great things. So, yeah, I agree with you. It was good to kind of get up early, kind of cruise to halftime, and then play our younger kids in the second half and give our varsity starters a rest.
That's great. And, looking at this, Ogden, a team that last week going into Friday night, they were outside the playoff picture. Now coming into tonight, they are in the playoffs. And we talked about this a little bit after last week's game, just trying to prepare for a team. And this was a team that maybe wasn't even on the radar because they weren't supposed to make the playoffs going into last Friday night. What was kind of the challenge of that this week, making sure that you got everything ready to go on Ogden so that you guys were as prepared as possible for Friday night's game?
Well, yeah, we were a little surprised. Historically, we've kind of gone east, or the east has come to us. But to go to Ogden or have Ogden come here, but it's a good draw. It's not like the olden days where we might get 1 or 2 videotapes. We actually got all 10 of their, or all 9 of their games, so we have a lot of video to study. They're a nice team. Run the ball, throw the ball, big quarterback, big running back. So we just. Our focus has been to play our best football. I think we're poised to do that. It's playoff time. We've been practicing a long time. I feel like a lot of things are gelling for us. I think our offensive line is gelling. I think Caleb Van Interdonk is gelling at quarterback. I think Trevor at fullback. And so I think a lot of things are kind of, coalescing here at the same time, which we were excited about. So I think we're poised to play our best football of the season, which that's what's needed in the playoff time.
I think you guys are playing your best football as well. And kind of looking at this Ogden team, you mentioned the balance that they have offensively, and they make you defend a little bit of the whole field, which it feels like you haven't really had to do a whole lot since early on in the season. I believe Grundy Center might be the last time we saw a team that really wanted to be balanced passing and running the football. What kind of challenge does that present for tonight's game with this Ogden team, knowing that they want to do a bit of both, and you got to be prepared for both on any given play?
Well, I think, that's where we got to harken back to our non-district schedule because, obviously, DMC, Grundy Center, PCM, those are all teams that, are very skilled offensively. So we need to remember that. And I think, that's where, again, I think the experiences we've had thus far have prepared us well for this moment. So I think we're ready. I think our defense is ready. I think our offense is again, maturing. I was watching our guys in practice this week, and they're just doing some really good stuff. The stuff that we weren't doing at the start of the year. At every position. So I'm excited. I think we need to take care of the football as usual. You get in the playoffs, and turnover margin is always huge, but we need to take care of the football tonight, and we need to stay away from the penalties. But I feel good about our preparation. I think we're ready to go.
And you kind of alluded to some of the big keys in tonight's game. If we looked at one overarching Hormel Foods radio key to the game for this one, what would you say is the biggest factor of this one that will determine the success you have against the Bulldogs?
Well, I think winning the line of scrimmage. I mean, obviously, number one, I just said is ball security, turnover margin. But number two, right there, right with it is, can we control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball? Can our offensive line block their D-line and their linebackers, and then vice versa? Can our D-line kind of control their O-line? So that's always, the game within the game. But I think those are the two big keys for us tonight.
That's been our Hormel Foods Radio Keys to the Game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. Coach Kegmarinsky, another thing that I think is kind of interesting here with one final question as we prepare for this one. Thursday, a little bit of a unique setting for you guys before you get ready for this game against Ogden. For the second year in a row, the cross-country team's hosting the state qualifying meet. You guys go over there to support them, which is a really awesome thing. It also pushes back the walkthrough a little bit. You run some plays out there and then come back here to Pella Christian and get to finish the walkthrough on the turf, and being able to do that, why is it that is such a big deal here about the community at Pella Christian to be able to do something like that? And two, how did the walkthrough finish up on Thursday for you guys following that state qualifying cross-country meet?
It was really fun. Coach Bukite and the cross-country teams have done so well here, so we wanted to support them, and it's fun to go. It's cross-country is kind of the opposite of football. Football is 5-second explosions, 50 times in a row, whereas cross-country is, how fast can you run continuously for 3.1 miles. So it's good. It's good for our guys to see their classmates, their schoolmates in action, and it was good to support them. And we really like that, and we feel very supported here. And that's what we try and do here at Pella Christian, is support one another. So it was fun. It was great weather, and our teams did well. So it was fun to hear that. And then our walkthrough I thought was sharp. So again, I think our guys are focused. I think we're ready to go.
That's great to hear, Coach. Appreciate the time as always. Best of luck. And hopefully when we're talking outdoors, we're talking about another big Eagles win. But appreciate the time as always. And best of luck this evening.
Thanks, Tyler. Talk to you after the game.
Absolutely. That was Pella Christian head football coach Rich Kekmarinsky, powered by Hy-Vee. We'll be right back with more pregame coverage of Pella Christian versus Ogden right after this.
Pella Corporation values teamwork. That's why they proudly salute adults who coach and mentor area youngsters. By helping others, they're building character and building their leadership skills in the process. And they're helping area youth experience the importance of teamwork. So whether you're coaching kids on a team, chaperoning them on a trip, or encouraging them to pursue their musical, artistic, or athletic talents, we thank those who share their talents with area young people. The Pella Windows and Doors team thanks you for your role in helping area youth build lifelong skills, interests, and values.
Now through October 31st, save up to $120 when you buy a set of 4 eligible Bridgestone or Firestone tires. Get $70 back by mail on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card plus $50 instant savings on select Bridgestone tires. Get $60 back by mail on a Firestone Visa prepaid card plus $50 instant savings on select Firestone tires. Restrictions apply. See Raceway Tire and Exhaust, BridgestoneRewards.com or FirestoneRewards.com for details.
We got what you need to get you on the go.
At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, we are proud to be your neighbors, your healthcare providers, and your community partner. Hi, I'm Dr. Catherine Dvorak, and I'm excited to be joining the medical staff at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. As part of the exceptional medical team caring for your health and wellness, my scope of care involves treatment of illnesses and injuries, health screenings and tests, physical exams, well child care, chronic care management, preventive care, and other healthcare needs. I look forward to meeting you and helping you feel your best. To schedule an appointment with me at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, call 641-842-7211.
Thinking about a job at Vermeer? Our training team wants to set you up for success. Titus trains our new machining team members.
We teach every fundamental machining concept that's needed in order to be successful at Vermeer. So we build each team member up, start with all those, literally the decimal system and measuring tools and blueprints and everything that has to do with machining. Build that foundation for that team member to then be able to go out to the floor and be successful.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting VermeerJobs.com.
Wondering where to go for all your hardware and plumbing needs? Look no further than Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center. They have everything from nuts, bolts, and screws to plumbing supplies, and as always, they carry lumber and building supplies. And if you need help with your flooring, kitchen, or bathroom remodel, their design specialists are here to help with the space planning, layout, and material selection. Don't waste any more time running from store to store. Come to Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center and get everything you need in one convenient location.
Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry is just as attentive and imaginative as you are when it comes to your remodel. Just ask Justin Plate of Pella.
I've known Mike for a lot of years, and he's just known for high quality and attention to detail, and I'm kind of a perfectionist type person. I really like things done the right way. I've known him to be very high attention to detail and have been really impressed through that whole project.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Hi, this is Randy DeVries with Centerpoint Electric in Pella. My wife Jody and I both grew up in the area, raised our family in the area, and we've been serving customers in the area since 2000. We're big supporters of activities at both Pella Christian and Pella Community Schools, and we're excited to be part of the live coverage of the Eagles and the Dutch here on KRLS. If you need electrical work done on your home or your business, we're here to help, and we're wired for excellence. Check us out online at centerpoint-electric.com.
Grow strong with us. Light State Bank. Light State Bank.
Could you be earning higher interest rates on your checking and savings accounts with our exclusive Lighten Rewards? Our Lighten Cashback, Lighten Interest, and Lighten Savings accounts are all designed to reward you for the transactions you're probably already doing, like swiping your debit card, receiving e-statements, and making payments by ACH debit. Visit lightenbank.com to start your account opening today. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to this edition of Iowa High School Football. It's playoff time between the Pella Christian Eagles and the Ogden Bulldogs, and we are 8 minutes exactly away from kicking off this first round matchup in Class 1A. And JD, a fun night. We looked at it over the break. We officially do have numbers as to how many times these two teams have played. It's 3 times. And the advantage goes to the Bulldogs.
2-1 to the Bulldogs. Last time in 2013. They won in 2013 and 2012. I would assume that they were matched up in the districts back then. And then in 2008, Pella Christian came out on top. So
yeah. So it's been 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years, and here we are again.
Yeah.
Love
so good matchup here for the Eagles tonight. Again, kind of looking at last week, Pella Christian with an extremely easy win. I know the scoreboard's not going to tell you that when you look at the final score and you see 58-34. Don't let that deceive you. Pella Christian was up 51-6 at halftime. It was pretty easy. Ogden, meanwhile, they got a win against Nottoway Valley, 47-8. That snapped a 3-game losing streak. 2 of those 3 losses, they were shut out. So a team in Ogden that is feeling pretty good about themselves, getting off of the losing streak there, and also sneaking into the playoffs here. Should be a fun night as the Eagles take the field. If you're watching on the Pella Christian YouTube channel, you're seeing them take the field right now. And one of my favorite things over here on Eagle Lane is that we can watch what you guys are watching at home too. We've got the monitor. It's really helpful and sometimes even more helpful, as we saw last basketball season. Had some fun with that. But going to be a good night of football here on Eagle Lane between Pella Christian and Ogden as we prepare for tonight's opening kicks presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Let's quickly run down tonight's starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control. For Ogden, the guys to watch defensively, you got Quentin Hoskins, the cornerback. He's got 15 tackles, but 2 interceptions, 94 yards, an interception returning, and a touchdown on one of those 2 INTs. Caden Dudley, he's the leader in sacks at defensive end, 6.5 sacks on the season, 8.5 tackles for loss. So the Eagles going to have to keep a close eye on number 21 there on the defensive side. And then Nathan Comer, the senior linebacker wearing number 36, he's got 49.5 tackles. To lead this Ogden defense, he also has an interception as well. Leading the offense, you got tight end number 88, Keaton Westberg, the senior, 17 catches, 359 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dudley, we mentioned it on the defense side of the ball. He's also the leading rusher for this team at the fullback position, number 21, 115 carries, 471 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then Colby Rowe, the senior quarterback, 45% completion percentage, 992 yards, 11 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. We're going to be right back. We'll finish up tonight's starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control after this, as we do the national anthem. Back after this on the KRLS2 stream right after this.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strauber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make US Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strauber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for US Cellular in downtown Pella.
At Marion County Bank, we go beyond banking. Isn't that right, Dylan?
Okay, I think I've got it this time. So just like our local teams go beyond the classroom, we go beyond banking to serve our community.
Yes, you've got it. Beyond banking means sharing in your moments, your dreams, and your goals.
Because we're not just bankers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your community partner.
Where banking is just the beginning of the story. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, or visit us at MarionCountyBank.com.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know that Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Hi, this is Tim Grunheis, owner of Culver's Restaurant here in Pella. Fall is one of my favorite times of the year. I love watching football and I love going to football games. Like many of you, I'm a huge fan of the Dutch, the Eagles, and the Central Dutch. If you're looking for a quick meal on your way to the game or a tasty treat when it's over, stop into Culver's in Pella. We'll make you a fresh, never frozen burger just how you want it, one of our famous concrete mixers, or any of our other great menu items. We're locally owned and involved in your community. Culver's Restaurant in Pella.
Caretha Rosendahl and her team at Norm Rosendahl Tiling and Septic believe that community support is what makes us great. And they're dedicated to supporting our local events, high school athletes, and fine arts students. So if you want to be a positive force in your community, support your local youth and special events. And if you need septic work done right, call Norm Rosendahl Tiling at 259-2651. Remember, supporting our local community is a key to making our communities a great place to raise our families. Choose Norm Rosendahl Tiling and Septic, and let's build a better community together.
There we go. We get the music going as these two teams, they'll walk out to the center of PC Stadium here to do the coin toss, or the first show coin toss, as we know that the coin toss is done well in advance. We will find out who's getting the ball first here, and then we will continue on with our starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control, which we began before the commercial break there. The national anthem sneaking up on me there. And looks like we're getting hands shook. Pella Christian will be moving from left to right on your radio dial or on the screen at first, and the Eagles will get the ball first. Ogden kicking off from right to left. So that'll be how we start this thing off. Again, getting back to those starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control for the Eagles on defense. It'll be the defensive line. The two D ends are senior Keegan Fatma wearing 64 and senior number 17 Isaiah Breams. The nose guard's a junior number 51 Connor Van Zee. Defensive tackle, senior big old number 34 Trevor Veenstra. Inside linebackers, the sophomore number 70 Garrett Wheelard. The two outside linebackers, junior number 7 Cooper Sprunk, senior number 5 Caleb Van Arendonk. The two safeties are junior number 15 Landon Fransman and senior number 31 Benny Schurz. The two corners, number 11 sophomore Brecken Ritzert and senior number 22 Noah Nunnikoven. On the offensive side of the ball, from left to right tackle, you got Keegan Fatma, the senior at wearing 64, junior number 60 Josiah Vink, senior number 54 Trey Van Manen. Right guard is the junior number 51 Connor Van Zee, the right tackle senior number 56 John Boonder. The receiver for the Eagles is junior number 15 Landon Fransman, tight end number 17 senior Isaiah Breams, right halfback junior number 7 Cooper Sprunk, left halfback number 31 senior Benny Schurz, fullback number 34 senior Trevor Veenstra, and the quarterback for this Eagles squad, senior number 5, Caleb Van Arendonk. Those are tonight's starting lineups presented by Minninga Pest Control. Sean and his team, they want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Minninga Pest Control.
And we are set for tonight's opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Kicking it off for the Bulldogs, it'll be number 14, Matthew Samuelson. Back deep for the Eagles, it'll be Benny Schurz, Cooper Sprunk. We cannot forget Trevor Veenstra there at the up back. He's got 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown this season. We want to avoid him, and it's just going to be a short little pooch kick, kind of like an onside, and Ogden jumps on top of it, and what a gutsy play call to start off the game, and it pays off big for the Bulldogs here. That was tonight's opening kick presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella, your only local lumberyard and building material supplier.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game of momentum, and Ogden says we're going to do whatever we can to claim that momentum early. Pella Christian had won the coin toss, elected to receive, but with this little pooch onside kick, perfectly executed, the Bulldogs are going to get the ball to 35-yard line to get this one started.
That they are. Wow. So Rowe is going to be in the shotgun. It's quarterback power left. He's looking for a lane, doesn't really have anywhere to go. Runs face first into Trevor Veenstra after a gain of, we'll give it 2 yards there for Rowe. And it'll be 2nd and 8 from the Pella Christian 33-yard line.
Yeah, now, you got to settle in here a little bit if you're the Pella Christian defense. This Bulldogs offense, you mentioned it, pretty balanced. Little run and little pass. This quarterback, Colby Rowe, big dude. He's listed at 6'5", 210.
Yeah, he is a big dude. And a fumbled snap, and back in the backfield, it's Isaiah Breams, the first there, to make sure that Rowe just falls on the football. And so a great start defensively for the Eagles, only giving up 2 yards on that first play. We're going to back Ogden up to the 42-yard line of the Eagles, so that'll be a loss of 9.
Yeah, and that one, never a chance as Rowe, that ball was kind of rolling up to him, and he just did what he could to fall on and avoid the turnover. But it is going to bring up a 3rd and forever.
3rd and 17 from the 42. Rowe is back to pass. He's looking right. He's got the big tight end, number 88, Keaton Westberg, right back at the 33, so they're going to get all 9 yards back, but it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, here we go. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly. They're going to go for it here on a 4th and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Yep, so right back to where they were just at following the botched snap. Rowe, dummy snap count there, trying to get the Eagles to jump offside. Now he looks to the sideline. He's got 2 receivers on either side. Running back to his left. He's looking to his left to throw and trying to find Westberg. Ball hits the ground, and it's a turnover on down, so the big momentum swing does not pay off, and that was actually Tanner Rowe. I'm going to guess there's some relation there. That was the intended target and couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, okay. And 2 minutes in, it's time for a big sigh of relief. Take a deep breath now as the offense takes the field. Nothing hurt. Great job by this Eagles defense to not allow this Bulldogs offense. Ogden really had a chance to take control of this game early after that onside kick, but turning it over on downs, and now this PC offense gets a chance to settle in.
Yep, so it'll be Van Arendonk in the backfield. He's going to hand to Trevor Veenstra rolling right. Veenstra's going to drag a couple guys past the 35 to the 36, but this is not going to matter. We're going to get a hold on the right side of the offensive line here, and that'll back the Eagles up 10 yards.
Yeah, sometimes holding can be one of those calls that you're like, well, you can hold. They hold on every play, They just call that whenever they want to, whatever, but this time you see 2 flags.
Yeah.
So 2 different officials saw the same hold. Of course, in high school, they don't announce who it was, and it's almost impossible for us to pick out who it was. But that's going to back the Eagles offense up 10 yards back to the 23.
Yep, so the Eagles 1st and 20 now from the 23-yard line, and it's an empty set here for Caleb Van Arendonk with 3 guys to the right. Toss is going to go to Benny Schurz now. He's going to get to the outside, across the 25, across the 30. He steps out of bounds, and we're going to get another hold. This one looks like it was thrown at the feet of Cooper Sprunk, and we might get a hold on every play at the rate we're going.
Yeah,
like
2
you're saying.
plays, 2 holds. This time it was a little more obvious as Cooper Sprunk is working the right edge, and obvious who it was. It's hard to tell. Sometimes that guy goes down, and Cooper actually fell on his back and ended up having to grab him, but backs it up 10. I mean, holy smokes, we are moving way backwards now, all the way back to the 13-yard line. We got a 1st and 30, Tyler.
Yep, 1st and 30 for the Eagles offense, and definitely not what you want if you're the Eagles here to start this ball game. It's been a rough go of things. Handoff's going to go to Benny Schurz this time up the middle. He's going to break it through, back up to the 30, falling forward all the way up there to the it was the 25 that he got past, up to the 29, gain of 16 for Benny Schurz, and the Eagles had their first official play in the book after 3 tries.
Benny Schurz, how about this? Averaging nearly 10 yards a carry on the season, picks up 16 there, following the fullback Trevor Veenstra, who laid a vicious block 10 yards down the field.
Yep, so it's going to be 3 guys to the right, 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Toss goes to Cooper Sprunk. He gets across the 35 up to looks like the 37, so a gain of 8 there for Cooper Sprunk. And that'll make it somewhat manageable for the Eagles here. It'll be 3rd and roughly 6 yards now after what was a 1st and 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's a great job to just get yourself in a 3rd and manageable. We'll take that every time.
So with 8:45 to go in the first quarter, handoff's going to go back to Benny Schurz up the middle. He'll be tripped up as he crosses the 40 up to the 41. That'll make it 4th and 2 for the Eagles, who need to get to the 43-yard line there.
Yeah, first decision time here for Coach Cack. Right now it looks like the offense is staying on the field. We'll see if maybe this is just a hard count situation, see if you can get him to jump off sides. Obviously trust his defense after last possession.
You do have big old number 34, Trevor Veenstra, in the backfield there. You'd like to think he can help get you some yards. They're going right back to Benny Schurz, and the Bulldogs defense with a great job getting to the ball. I don't know where they're going to mark this. It's really close here.
Oh, man.
We're going to wait for an official spot. They're marking it like right at the 43-yard line. Wow. They are giving the Eagles a first down, but credit the Bulldogs defense for making that a close play after giving up 22 combined yards on that same play. 2 out of 3 on this drive.
And, you know, it's hard to tell from up here, but I really thought it was a favorable spot for PC because just judging by where we are watching the play, it didn't look like Benny got the 2 yards. You know, it just looked like he ran into a cloud of dust and there wasn't a whole lot going on. And now the Ogden coach is looking at the chains going, wait a second, you called that a first down, let's measure that. And the refs are saying, all right, let's take a look here as we're going to call out the chains. This happens all the time.
Yeah, we got a Pella Motors timeout here for the chains. That'll give us time for our first Ulrich Ford Lincoln game reset. 8:05 to go in quarter number 1. Pella Christian and Ogden, and the Eagles have half of football past the official line there for a first down, so they will retain the possession here after a rough go to start things off here offensively. They've managed to pick up a first down after getting 1st and 30 early in the drive. So 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game between Pella Christian and Ogden, and that is our first Ulrich Ford Lincoln game reset. Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella taking care of you since 1935. Benny Schurz with the handoff there. He'll step out of bounds at the 50-yard line is where they're going to mark that. So a gain of 7 for Benny Schurz, who continues to have a pretty nice night here for the Eagles. Where you're listening to Pella Christian Football, powered by Bank Iowa on KNIA, KRLS.com, the KRLS2 stream. Eagles moving quick again. Benny Schurz in motion. They're going to fake the handoff to him this time. Caleb Van Arendonk looking for Trevor Veenstra. Veenstra able to make a nice adjustment to make the catch there at the 45 for a gain of 5 and another Eagles first down. Throw just a touch behind him, though.
You know, and the thing about this Eagles offense is you got three outstanding athletes in the backfield with Cooper Spronk, Benny Schurz, Trevor Veenstra. All of them are a threat to run the ball. All of them are a threat to catch the ball out of the backfield, too. I mean, I'm just loving this offense and the variety that it's bringing this Eagles team.
Yeah, Benny Schurz in motion. They fake the handoff, and throwing deep is Caleb Van Arendonk. He's looking for Isaiah Breams, and the ball goes just off of his fingertips.
Yeah, it was really well covered there. Can't get the number as he turns a little bit. Number 22 there.
Quentin Hoskins.
Quentin Hoskins, really good coverage. He was right with Breams step for step. Thing about it was a perfectly thrown ball by Van Arendonk. Gave Breams a chance to go up and get it. He was punching on the ground, a little upset that he wasn't able to haul it in. But give the defense some credit on that one.
Yep, Van Arendonk, he'll send Schurz in motion. It's going to be the handoff we've seen a couple times already here on 2nd and 10 from the 45. Schurz able to get it up to the 43. No further gain of 2 for Schurz. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8. Hoskins, as we mentioned, he's a guy to watch.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting the Eagles test him there early. He's got the 2 interceptions for this Ogden defense. Lead him, man. 94 yards returning for interceptions and a touchdown this year.
There you go. Not bad.
So
big 3rd down here again for PC. Probably 4 down territory, but we'll see.
Would imagine so. Benny Schurz is in motion. Handoff's going to go to him there on the jet sweep. Able to fall forward to the 40, make it 4th and 5 now after the gain of 3, and 4th and 5 again, as we mentioned. So Eagles offense staying on the field here as we kind of expected in the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Yeah, so we had 4th and 2 earlier in this possession, kept it on the ground with Benny Schurz. 4th and 5. That's one of those, I guess you could run it, but I would expect to see a little play action, get Van Arendonk out of the pocket.
Nope. Oh, it's going to be the double reverse there to Cooper Sprunk, but the Bulldogs were ready. Sprunk goes backwards 2 yards, and Ogden takes over on downs.
Yeah, and you mentioned Nathan Comer in the opening as the leading tackler for this Bulldog defense at linebacker. Read that one perfectly. You know, that play really works well when you get teams to overrun it because they think, it's going to Benny Schurz. But it felt like on 4th and 5, maybe they were a little bit more prepared for that one. They snuffed it out. They were all over it. Nowhere for Sprunk to go. And that momentum, as we've been talking about, shifts back to the Bulldog sideline.
That it does. So 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line for this Bulldogs offense. And I think Rowe is going to be credited with the carry there. I don't know who actually carried it. It looks like he didn't actually give it to It was kind of like a botched read option.
Right.
They marked him back at the original line of scrimmage. So a gain of nothing. And the Bulldogs offense with just 2 yards thus far, but feels like they've had a lot of the momentum here early on. Eagles with a couple first downs, but really the Bulldogs started the game with a big pooch onside kick and, got that big 4th down stop moments ago. Handoff's going to go to Dudley. He's got absolutely nowhere to go as there was 5 Eagles that met him in the backfield, loss of 2. And that takes away the 2 yards that they did have on the night.
Yeah, and that's going to be Sprunk there, the linebacker, who's going to get the tackle. And, you look at Ogden, and you kind of mentioned it. They've had these opportunities to gain momentum, but their offense is just looking out of sync. We saw Rowe with a really nice pass earlier on their first drive. I think they're going to have to throw the ball around a little bit if they want to move the ball in this defense.
Yeah, Rowe is back to pass. Trevor Veenstra coming off the edge. Rowe able to avoid it, looking downfield for any openings. He gets across the 45. And again, we mentioned Rowe's a big guy. He falls forward up to the 48-yard line. It'll make it 4th and short. It looks like 4th and actually they didn't mark him. Yeah, it'll make it 4th and a long 4 yards, and it'll be Westberg back to punt for the Bulldogs after the gain of 6.
Yeah, we get all these 4th down decisions. I love it. Just as a coach, there's so many ways you can go with this one. It looks like the Bulldogs are lining up, and they will send out a punt.
Yep, Westberg able to get it back there. Sprunk able to make the fair catch. Nearly a mistake there by the Bulldogs, and it looks like Hoskins was maybe the guy down there. Nearly ran into Sprunk, but did a nice job pulling up. So the Eagles, with 4:12 to go in the first quarter, will take back over on down, or take the ball back here as we have a Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. Norwalk and Glenwood 7-7 in the first quarter of that game.
Yeah, so here we go. One thing I'm finding interesting tonight, Tyler, is it's been so long for PC. They played Sigourney 3 weeks ago. And that's the last time we really saw competitive snaps, as you had those 2 games that really turned into blowouts. Eagles got to find their footing here a little bit early on.
Yeah, they're going to go right back to the bread and butter of the night with the handoff to Benny Schurz. And Trevor Veenstra coming off the field looks like he's got something. It looks like something with either.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, equipment maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't sure, but looks like Johnson Morgan, I would imagine, runs back out there.
Yeah, Johnson Morgan, and good to mention, too, here, Camden Parker, who's been out for a few weeks, is back out there at wide receiver. Imagine he'll be picking up his kicking duties as well.
Yeah, but it is Johnson Morgan in the backfield. Caleb Van Arendonk is rolling out left. He's looking. He's going to heave one deep for Benny Schurz, and neither guy could make the play on the football there as Van Arendonk put one up, hoping the Schurz could come down with it, and neither guy able to corral it. That'll make it 3rd and 8 now.
And you know what? I don't hate it. Van Arendonk's rolling out to the left, and he bought himself quite a bit of time using his feet. He had good blocking. There just wasn't anybody open. I mean, give this Bulldogs defense some credit here early on. And he decided, you know what, let's give the 6'5 Schurz a chance to go get it. He couldn't quite haul it in, but nothing hurt there as the ball got knocked down to the ground.
So Van Arendonk, he's back to pass again. He's looking over the middle for Schurz, and Schurz unable to bring that one in. And I think this will be a much easier decision for Coach Kegmarinsky on 4th down as Trevor Veenstra back out there to punt this ball away. with 3:20 to go in quarter number 1.
Man, I promise you, the staff is kicking themselves a little bit because that last play there on 3rd and 8 is a different look. You know, we saw a crosser coming across the middle of the field with Schurz. I haven't seen them throw that route all season long. It's probably one that they've been working on a little bit. Saved it for the spot, just couldn't quite execute it.
Yeah, Trevor Veenstra with a high booming kick. Ogden returner will fair catch it. That is number 1, Caleb Wisecup, making the fair catch at the Pella Christian 46. So, again, all night long, Pella Christian really just has not been able to find their rhythm. Ogden, they haven't really been able to get anything going on offense. You just wonder if maybe the defense needs to be the one that steps up and gets a huge turnover that sets up the Eagles' offense a little bit and kind of swings that momentum back in their favor a little bit.
Yeah, that would certainly help. Defense has been excellent really on both ends of the field here tonight.
And it really has. It'll be Colby Rowe here with 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. Snap and handoff goes to Dudley, looking to get to the left side. He will. And a combo tackle there by Cooper Sprunk and Brecken Ritzert brings Dudley down at the 44-yard line, gain of 2.
Yeah, you know, every football coach, you're going to ask them, what are the keys to the game? They're going to say turnovers, and then they're going to say, we've got to control the line of scrimmage, right?
Yep.
Your Coach Cack in the pregame talks about that every time. So far, you've seen this PC defensive line doing a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage, allowing these linebackers to fly around and make these tackles.
Yep, Rowe's going to turn around. This time he's going to hand to number 36, Nathan Comer. He'll spin forward to the 39, gain of 5 for Ogden, and that'll bring up 3rd and short here.
Yeah, and I think we're for sure in 4-down territory. Wouldn't be surprised for Ogden. Sometimes in these 3rd and short situations, the defense might be thinking run. You know, maybe this is their chance to look long for something, but, you know, PC's been good in the secondary as well.
That they have. It's going to be kind of like an odd formation. I don't know that I've ever seen it before. Handoff is going to go to number 22. That is Quentin Hoskins. He'll be dragged out at the 37-yard line. It's 4th and 1 after the 2-yard run by Hoskins there. So we have a couple Struvers Cellular Instant Radio updates. PCM 7, I-35 0. Halfway through the first quarter. No surprises there. Norwalk up 14-7 now on Glenwood. It's a game that could have some playoff implications in Class 4A.
Here we go, another big 4th down, Tyler, as Ogden again comes with some crazy formations. Everybody to the right side here. It's an unbalanced formation to the right.
That it is, and it's quarterback sneak for Rowe. He'll fall forward to the 35 for a gain of 2 and a first down, and kind of looked like an unbalanced look, but I had a feeling we were going to see kind of what the Philadelphia Eagles have become famous for, the brotherly shove, as Jason Kelsey likes to call it on his podcast.
A little eye candy with a weird formation, but when you got a quarterback who's 6'5", 210, let him keep the ball, fall forward, gets the first down. Now this is, that's the first down we've seen from this Bulldogs offense.
Yeah, the handoff's going to go to...
That's probably
the best Dudley play. Again. That'll be a gain of, call that 6. It looks like, for Dudley. That will be their second longest play of the night thus far, behind the 9-yard pass on the first drive.
Yeah, and they're just really committing to the ground, and they have no reason to panic and start throwing the ball around. I thought they looked good when they went to the air, but so far this drive, everything's been on the ground. I think they're going to
let the first quarter clock end.
You can tell ball control, keeping that offense on the field might be a pretty big emphasis here.
Yeah,
for this
first quarter comes to an end, and it is 0-0 between Pella Christian and Ogden. We'll take a break here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, and we'll be right back after this on 92.1, on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
If you drive around town and see for sale signs in front yards, you'll notice that there's only one real estate company with Pella in its name. That's us, Pella Real Estate Services. I'm Levi Spain, one of the Prez local agents. As a locally owned brokerage, it's important for us to be locally involved. So you'll see our agents coaching local sports teams, volunteering for the Pella Fire Department, involved with local organizations, and so much more. Who you do business with matters. Make the local choice and call 628-1BUI for Pella Real Estate Services.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Started the second quarter, and a great play there by number 22, Noah Nunnikoven, for the Eagles to start things off there. He backs the Bulldogs up a good 4 yards there with the tackle for loss on Caden Dudley.
Yeah, so now it brings up 3rd and 7, a huge play there from Nunnikoven. You've got this Ogden offense who has a couple times gotten the ball inside the 35 of the Eagles defense, but they haven't been able to do anything with it. And now this Eagles defense, after giving up 1 first down, has to have that bend but not break mentality, see if they can get off the field.
That they do. So Rowe will be under center once again. Dudley behind him. Rowe is back to pass, but we've got flags, delay of game here on the Bulldogs. Back him up 5 yards. Back judge very quick on that one, as the play clocks are at 00 there. It'll make it 3rd and 12 now from the 42-yard line for Ogden. Do want to mention our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard quickly. While the Pella Dutch at Gilbert, Knoxville is taking on Harlan. Indianola, they defeated Des Moines North last night in a rare Thursday night game. We'll continue on after the 3rd down play here. Rowe is back to pass, and it's a screen pass to Dudley, and able to get it away was Rowe. Dudley able to get it up to the 31-yard line. It'll bring up another 4th down on the gain of 6 there from Rowe to Dudley, and a great job to get rid of that football before taking a huge hit from Trevor Veenstra.
You're running the screen pass. You're letting those rushers go through, and it was really a perfect play call. Thought they might have been able to get a huge gain out of it, but the linemen weren't able to get out in front of the receiver. So it was a good defensive play there to hold him and bring up a big 4th down.
4th and 6 from the 31. Rowe is back to pass. He's looking over the middle, and what a throw by Rowe there, as he found number 26, Tanner Rowe, for a gain of, is that going to be 11, to put him at the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone for the first time tonight. First time we've been in there.
There you go.
And that was a beautiful throw. Got it right over the outstretched arm of Garrett Wheeler and just fired it in there.
Rowe with the throw to Rowe. A lot going on there, but this Bulldogs offense is moving into the red zone.
Dr. Seuss in the building here, folks. Rowe's going to turn. He's going to hand off to, I believe that is going to be Hoskins. Nope, Comer is the ball carrier there. He goes for a yard, officially gets the Bulldogs into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone inside the 20 there.
Yeah, and we mentioned it a couple of times here, this Bulldogs offense being patient, trying to establish the run, keep the offense out there. But the couple times that Rowe's gone back to throw, he's looked good. I mean, he's got a big, strong arm, and he'll fire it in there.
Yeah, under center is this Bulldogs offense. They're going to turn and hand off to Dudley now, waiting for his blockers. He gets inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. Gain of 6, brings up 3rd and 3. We mentioned our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard real quickly again. With the Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update, Norwalk and Glenwood now tied at 14, 2:38 to go in the first quarter. So, JD, if you're wondering where the scoring in our game is, it's apparently not made its way over from the Norwalk-Glenwood game yet. We also have PCM versus I-35. Pleasantville's taking on West Branch. And then Southeast Warren and Cam playing in the playoffs. Those are our area playoff games / final week of the regular season games on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. 3rd and 4 from the 14 for Ogden here. Rose rolling left, looking to throw. He has to stop. Makes a couple of guys miss for this Eagles team. He falls forward to the 11. And Rowe is slow getting up. Not what you want to see if you're the Bulldogs.
He's going to be okay. And his teammates help him up there a little bit, but took a tough hit there at the end. There we go. I mean, how many huge 4th downs can we have in a game? But we got another one here, and this one's maybe the biggest one. As if Ogden can keep this drive going, have a chance to put some points on the board. Maybe if they had a kicker, they would think about kicking it. But 4th and 2, they're going to put it on their offensive line and see if they can get this conversion.
I would imagine we're going to see another QB sneak. Rowe dropped the football, and big old number 34, Trevor Veenstra there for the 2-yard loss of Caden Dudley, and the Eagles take over. Oh, no, fumble, actually. And Isaiah Breams falls on it, so a big turnover there as Breams able to grab the football, and the Eagles will take over at their own 12-yard line. Maybe that's the spark there that the Eagles need to get this offense rolling.
Yeah, great angle on the YouTube stream here as Jacob Harmon's right on it, right on the line of scrimmage. We saw the snap was fumbled right from the start, and it never even ended up in the Bulldogs' hands. Isaiah Breams falls on it. Huge play, but once again, a lot of field in front of this Eagles offense.
Yep, Trevor Veenstra, he's running left, and he's going to pull over a guy to the 30, 35, cutting back to the right side. Trevor Veenstra's off to the races, 40, 30, and tracking him down is Quentin Hoskins as the Eagles make it down to the 21-yard line. Huge play there as Trevor Veenstra ends a man with the stiff arm / lowering of the shoulder. What a play by Trevor Veenstra.
Man, call it what you want. I don't even know what to call that, but Trevor's about 10 yards down the field, and he meets a safety there from the Ogden Bulldogs, and he runs him over, and I'm not even sure he broke stride. I mean, I think he just stayed with his stride, a little bit of a shrug of the shoulder, dropped him, kept it moving, a huge gain from Trevor Veenstra.
Yeah, 67-yard gain pass to Camden Parker.
Nice.
Gets the Eagles into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Welcome back to the fray, Camden Parker.
Man, here we go. This is fun, isn't it, Tyler? I mean, it's fun to have some good football here. We haven't seen a lot of scoring, but we've seen some big-time plays here. And it's the big 67-yarder now. Another pass completion, and this Eagles offense seems to have found its groove a little bit.
Yep, into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone with that 9-yard pass from Caleb Van Aaronhoek to Camden Parker. Handoff goes to Cooper Sprunk. He's down to the 5-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Eagles on the 7-yard run from Cooper Sprunk, and a nice jab there by the Eagles. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. No scoring in the first quarter. Ogden actually with a lot of the momentum until just a moment ago. Trevor Veenstra with the big defensive play, forcing the fumble. Isaiah Breams falling on it, and then the 67-yard run by Trevor Veenstra to set up this drive. Handoff's going to go to Benny Schurz to the right side, and he will break tackles, and into the end zone is Benny Schurz from 5 yards out to get the scoring started. Eagles 6, Ogden 0.
Man, what a drive there. What a response from this Eagles offense. And, man, you love to see it. The thing about Benny Schurz is he's so good inside the 5-yard line. He's got that big frame. He's 6'5". He's hard to bring down. And he has that ability, even with his size, to be a little slippery around there. And that time he was hit at about the 4-yard line, but just squirmed his way into the end zone. And now it looks like the Eagles are going to go for 2.
That they are. Handoff to Trevor Veenstra. And that looked about as easy as the 2-point conversion he had to start last week off after his kickoff return. 8-0 Pella Christian with 6:57 to go in the second quarter. Back after this inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA KRLS.com.
Hi, this is Chuck Vanderwall with Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella. When Rudy Ulrich hired me in the summer of 1967, I could only dream of what this dealership would mean to our family.
I'm Todd Vanderwall, and I joined Ulrich in the fall of 1997. It's been an amazing 25-plus years working with my dad and our team, and now I get to pass it on.
I'm Tegan, the third-generation Vanderwall at Ulrich's. Like my grandpa and dad before me, I'm proud to be able to say that at Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella,
we're taking care of you.
When it comes to your broadband connection, numbers definitely matter. With Pella Fiber, every residential customer gets gigabit speeds for only $75 per month. That's not a special, that's the everyday low price for all Pella Fiber residential customers. Pella Fiber is your community-owned, fiber-only broadband provider, so their only priority is you. They don't do data caps or throttling, so your last download of the month is as fast as your first. Visit PellaFiber.com today to learn more. That's PellaFiber.com.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA KRLS.com. Elias Keegan set to kick off here for the Eagles. He is still the kicker this week. Camden Parker again returning from that injury, but also that's an injury to the hip, so they're not gonna risk him kicking off this week. They're just easing him back in this week. So we'll bring out Elias Keegan to do the kickoff for the Eagles following their first score of the night, a 5-yard touchdown run by Benny Schurz, set up by the 67-yard run by Trevor Veenstra. It's going to be fielded on a bounce over there by, cannot see the number 1. That'll be Wisecup. Bringing it out to the 22-yard line there. Johnson Morgan closest guy to him there to usher him out of bounds. And so Ogden taking over here. And Eagles maybe with a little momentum now.
Yeah, now time for the Bulldogs to respond. And how about this? You know, we're almost 5 minutes into the second quarter here, and our first touchdown. I'm trying to think of the last time a PC Eagles game in the first quarter was scoreless. And I can't think of one, but here we are.
I can't either. Handoff goes up the middle to Dudley. He falls forward to about the 26 for a gain of 3.
Yeah, so again, just trying to work that ground game a little bit. No time for the Bulldogs to panic, as they've shown an ability to move the ball. They've been lacking the big play, right? And Pella Christian was able to capitalize on a big play, a 67-yard run, and turn it into a touchdown. Eventually, this Ogden offense is going to look for a chance to make a big play, and PC's got to be able to shut it down.
That they do. Rowe is under center. He's going to turn. He'll hand off to Comer this time. He is met by, looked like Isaiah Breams. It was not, though. It was Cooper Sprunk, in fact, who made that tackle after a gain of 1 for Comer.
Yeah, one guy, Cooper Sprunk does a nice job at linebacker. He's got a bunch of tackles on the season. Trevor Veenstra is actually the leading tackler on this team from his defensive tackle spot. Benny Schurz, we mention him a lot. Garrett Wheelard is another guy at linebacker, a sophomore, who these past few weeks has really earned his playing time, and a guy who's making some nice plays out there.
That he has. Rowe going to hand off to Dudley, and he is smoked by Caleb Van Arendonk, Garrett Wheelard, and Isaiah Breams there. Actually, that was number 36, Comer, again on the carry, and he went nowhere. Actually lost a yard.
Yeah, I got to love it when I talk a guy up and he goes and makes a big-time play. It was Wheelard there on the blitz from his right middle linebacker spot, went right through the A-gap and was able to wrap up the runner at the ankles and make the play.
Westberg back to punt. Gets it away as Benny Schurz was not back there as the up guy this time to catch it. He was blitzing on that one. Wisecup downs it at the 42-yard line. That'll be where Pella Christian takes over with a Ulrich Ford Lincoln game reset. 4:57 to go in the second quarter. Pella Christian leads Ogden 8-0, and that is an Ulrich Ford Lincoln game reset. Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella taking care of you since 1935. Casey Biston presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. A 67-yard touchdown run, or not touchdown run by Trevor Veenstra set up a 5-yard touchdown for the Eagles. That's the one score on the night. Trevor Veenstra now, he's going to carry 2 defenders to gain, looks like 2 yards there. And better job by Ogden there on Trevor Veenstra's official second carry of the night at 69 yards on the 2 carries there. And you have a Strauver Cellular Instant Radio update that just came in. Where'd it go? There it is. PCM 21, I-35 0 at the end of the first quarter. Cooper Sprunk in motion. They'll fake the handoff to him. Caleb Van Arendonk's rolling right. He's going to throw it to Trevor Veenstra across the 50, across the 45. Derrick Henry, like stiff arm at the 41, sends a guy falling on his left side there as Veenstra rolled out at the 42 of I-35 for a gain of, I'm going to lose track of my yardage. Yeah, thank you.
Nice play there from PC. Is you go with the run a couple times, and that time they fake the run and roll out to the right side, dump it off to the big fella. Perfect pass there. It allows them to turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Yeah, 16 yards there is that catch. Cooper Sprunk receives the pitch from Caleb Van Arendonk. He's going to cut it up. Nothing really doing there for Cooper as he's going to gain a yard.
Yeah, Cooper is one of those guys, along with Schurz, kind of more of those speed backs that if they can get to the outside can really make a play. That time the blocking just wasn't there as he kind of got out on the edge and was swallowed up by a host of Bulldogs defenders.
Yeah, so 3:50 to go in quarter number 2 here. Handoff from Van Arendonk goes to Schurz. He's looking for a hole. He gets across the 40 to the 39. Not much else there for Schurz, though, after a gain of 3. And that'll bring up third and fairly, decently long, medium-ish.
Yeah. And coming off that touchdown drive, the Pella Christian was able to get the 3 and out, get the ball back. This is their chance to kind of really take control of this game. So these next couple plays here, got to pick up this first down and see if you can keep the chains moving.
Yeah, Van Arendonk, he's going to send Schurz in motion to play action. Van Arendonk is back to pass. He gets it to Breams, who made a nice adjustment on the ball, got to the 22-yard line. Great play by Isaiah Breams there to make an adjustment on the ball for the 18-yard catch from Caleb Van Arendonk.
Love the play call, love the execution there. Van Arendonk is so good throwing the ball when he's moving outside the pocket. That time, you just can see that connection between Van Arendonk and Breams. He kind of had to throw it to his back hip, and Breams, like you mentioned, made a great adjustment, picked up the first down, keeps those chains moving.
That he did. Van Arendonk sends Schurz in motion. Handoff goes to Schurz. He's got a hole across the 15, across the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, number 2. Benny Schurz puts the Eagles up 2 scores, 14-0 with 2:48 to go in quarter number 2.
Man, that's what make this offense so dangerous. That time both guards are pulling, Benzie and Vink. Vink, by the time he pulls out in front, there's nobody to block as everybody was kind of swallowed up, and Benny does such a great job of being patient, hitting his hole, and then when he does, obviously he can turn on the jets and get down the sideline, and boy, when he hits top speed, there's not too many guys in 1A Iowa football who can move the way that he does with the ball in his hands. Puts in another score.
That he does. Elias Keegan will do the PAT here, and he'll put it right down the center. 15-0 Pella Christian, 2:48 to go in the second quarter. Back after this, inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
The wheels on the car go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the car go round and round at Central Tire and Auto.
How are the wheels on your car holding up? Central Tire and Auto and Pella is here to help if they're not going round and round quite like they should be. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Hi, I'm Landon Teeley, loan officer at Washington State Bank in Pella. We understand how important agriculture is to our communities here in South Central Iowa and are proud to support our area farmers. At Washington State Bank, we are here to help you with your farming operation, from business or personal banking to commercial or agricultural loans. From all of us at Washington State Bank, we want to wish our local area farmers a safe and bountiful harvest season. Washington State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, where Elias Keegan set to kick it off after the 22-yard touchdown run by Benny Schurz puts the Eagles up 15-0 with 2:48 to go in the second quarter over Ogden. We are here on KNIA, KRLS.com, the KRLS2 stream, and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Keegan with a great kick keeps it in bounds at the 4-yard line. Wise Cup wrapped up there. I didn't see who made the tackle. Wrapped up inside the 15-yard line there. We'll get to see the instant replay here on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Looks like that is going to be number 60 there, Josiah Vink making the play. Great job by Vink there to make it a first and 10 from the 13. That replay brought to you by the excellent staff here running the live stream. Tonight's video presentation on the Pella Christian YouTube channel is presented by KNIA, KRLS Radio, but the staff here at Pella Christian doing a great job with that video stream.
Yeah, Kenyon and Frank, Jacob and Ben doing an awesome job.
That they are. Rowe going to roll out to his left, and he will fall forward for, looks like, about a gain of 5. The second and 5 from the 18 here, after the 5-yard run by the quarterback, Colby Rowe.
Yeah, now as we've seen this Eagles offense kind of find their groove here, scoring on the last 2 drives, finding that mix of run and pass, hitting the big plays. It's really time. If Ogden wants to hang into this game, there's only 2 minutes to go here, down 15-0. It's time for them to try to make something happen.
Yeah, 2:10 to go. This one will be given to, I believe that was Comer. It was. He got right at the line for 5, but we've got a flag down. I think this is going.
Yeah, he called a holding against the Bulldogs. So
I thought so. He's looking at the Ogden sideline though, which kind of had me confused for a moment. So that'll back Ogden up 10 to the 9-yard line there. So costly turnover or costly penalty there for the Bulldogs. We'll make it 2nd and 14, it looks like.
Sure, and with that penalty, with 2:06 to go, you're in a 2nd and long situation. I think if the Eagles can make a stop here on 2nd down, they're probably thinking timeout. Let's see if we can get our offense the ball one more time as the offense is rolling. You want to get that ball back in their hands.
Yeah, 2:06 to go in the second quarter here. Handoff's going to go to Hoskins. He gets it across the 10 to about the 12. Made a nice move there, but a nice tackle there by a host of Eagles. It looked like Wheelard was in on it. Keegan Fatma was over there, and a Pella Motors timeout here by the Eagles with 1:58 to go after the 3-yard run by Hoskins.
Yeah, and I just wanted to give credit there to Noah Nunnenkoven at his corner position. The run's coming at him. He didn't make the tackle, but he did a good job of taking on a block, forcing the runner to come back into the play, allowing his teammates to flow and make the tackle.
Yeah, great job there. Some Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio updates to take us into our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. PCM just went up 28-0 on I-35 with 10:02 to go in the second quarter. How about this? We know Adrian Robbins is a player out of their backfield. It's the passing game for PCM tonight that's going off.
I don't doubt it, man.
Griffin Olsen, 3 touchdown receptions in the first half of that one.
And
so
that Gorb can sling it.
Yeah,
I mean,
they've got some athletes.
As good as they are at the running back position, I think they got a great quarterback too.
They've got a lot of talented athletes. Pleasantville just tied it up with West Branch too at 7-7. 4-yard touchdown run by Caleb Cook on a 9-play, 65-yard touchdown drive. Has Pleasantville and West Branch tied at 7s in the second quarter. We also have Pella Gilbert, no scores yet. Indianola beat Des Moines North 56-0 last night. Knoxville and Harlan currently playing. Norwalk and Glenwood 14-14 after one quarter there. We mentioned PCM 28-0 on I-35 in the second quarter. Rowe, he's going to throw it to Hoskins on the outside there. And a great job by Brecken Ritzer to shed the block and make the tackle. Actually, take that back. That's Caleb Van Arendonk, bringing down Hoskins inside the 5-yard line there, or right at the 5-yard line, setting up 4th and 18 for this Ogden offense. And a Pella Motors timeout with 1:48 preserves some clock for the Eagles following the loss of 7 on that pass play.
I really am not sure what was going on there. We saw quads. We saw 4 wide receivers on one side of the field. They actually motioned the 5th, which means one of those wide receivers isn't even he's not eligible to catch the ball. It was a backwards pass. I kind of thought maybe it was going to be a double pass, and maybe it was, but the receiver who caught the ball never really had a chance to look up the field. And great execution, because those are those things where maybe they're trying to confuse the defense, but I thought PC, I don't know if they've seen that on film before, but it looked like they were ready for it and made the play. Good job from the players and the coaching staff to execute well there.
Yeah, that was a Pella Motors timeout. At Pella Motors, they'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. Finishing our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, we've got our first update from Gilbert, where Gilbert takes a 7-0 lead on Pella with 3:03 to go in the first quarter. 15-play drive to start off for the Tigers. The punt is received by Cooper Sprunk, makes the catch at the 41 to the 30. Nice blocks to the 20, inside the 15 to the 10 to the 5. Sprunk is down to the 4-yard line. Big return there by Cooper Sprunk. Sets Pella Christian up inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone here with 1:42. The Eagles with a chance to extend this lead before the half.
Yeah, great job there all the way around. I've been so impressed with the special teams units from PC, whether it's kickoff, kick return. We've seen a punt block. Just so many different ways that they've impacted the game, and there's a great kick or punt return from Cooper.
That it was. Handoff's going to Trevor Veenstra to the left side, and a nice job there. Didn't see the number quite yet. Number 75 there, Caleb Sesker with the tackle, bringing down Veenstra for a loss of 1, actually.
Yeah, so we've seen in this second quarter this PC offense really take control of the game. It's 15-0 with just 1:20 and counting here. Pella Christian trying to get one more touchdown to really blow this one open here in the second quarter.
Yep, that they are. Handoff's going to the Benny Schurz to the right side, and touchdown, number 3, Benny Schurz. Have a night, Mr. Schurz, making it 21-0 Eagles with 1:09 to play in quarter number 2. And they're going to leave the offense on the field and go for 2 here it would appear.
You know, there's obviously Schurz is the one who gets credit for the touchdown, but just another example of excellent blocking. Trevor Veenstra's the guy who's running the ball a little bit now from fullback, but the beauty of that position is they can also use him as a blocker, and he did an excellent job of lead blocking there and opening up that hole.
Yeah, let's see the 2-point conversion here. Caleb Van Arendonk is back to pass. He's looking for Camden Parker, and what a catch by Camden Parker right on top of the corner. Hoskins over there. Great job by Parker to pull that in. Welcome back to the field, Mr. Parker.
Oh, man, and a great view here. Great angle on this YouTube stream if you're watching along as we got a camera right on top of that play, and an excellent throw, and just kind of throw it up where Camden can go get it. Excellent. Really fun play.
Yeah, just welcome back to the field. Camden, who was coming back from that injury that held him out the last couple of weeks, including that Sigourney-Kyoto game, I believe. Or maybe, no, we did see him in that game, but that was kind of the game. He got hurt right before it and tried to play through that game, but wasn't really himself that night. They held him out the last couple weeks, and good to have him back on the field in some capacity there. 23-0 now our score. Pella Christian on top of Ogden inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. In case you missed it, Benny Schurz just scored his 3rd touchdown of the night. He's got a 5-yard, a 22-yard, and another 5-yard touchdown to make it 23-0. And that's in case you missed it. Presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
And Eagles going up 23-0. Say we maybe raise the roof for Mr. Benny Schurz, too. 3 touchdowns. This last one giving the Eagles a 23-0 lead. With a minute to go in the first half, Tonight's Randall Roofing, Raise the Roof moment of the game, presented by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Another great kick by Elias Keegan. Wisecup makes one guy miss, but right there, wow. He got out of the tackle from Josiah Vink, ran backwards. Ogden, they're actually gonna move him forward a little bit to make it like the 7 or 8 yard line. We'll see the official spot there, but
man, just
great play by the Eagles special teams.
And deadly kickoffs from Elias Keegan. He's like hauling out the pitching wedge out here. He just picks a spot right around the 10-yard line, and that ball, for the second time, just dies the moment it hits the ground. That's tough.
Yeah, it really is. Rowe's going to hand off up the middle for Dudley. Dudley will get some yards there, out to about the 13 for a gain of 4.
Hey, I'm curious to see how this Bulldogs offense comes out here on this drive with just a minute to go. They're down by 23. Still have yet to see them take that deep shot, and it looks like here, backed up at the 10-yard line, they're going to be a little more conservative.
That they are. 30 seconds. They're not in any hurry. Handoff again up the middle to Dudley. He'll fall forward for another gain of, call that 4, make it a 3rd and short, and we're going to get a Pella Motors timeout by the Eagles here. Seeing if they can't maybe get another quick stop here and get another chance to put up some points before half.
Yeah, I think, and that's the 3rd timeout for PC, right? So all Ogden has to do really is keep it on the ground, and they can go into the halftime. Maybe if they want to get creative, they'll try to take their shot. But, of course, if they do that, then they run the risk of giving this ball back to PC. So I would imagine another conservative play call from Ogden coming up to end the half.
Yeah, while we're in the Pella Motors timeout here, Stryver Cellular Instant Radio updates. Gilbert just went up 9-0 on Pella with 2:50 to go in the first quarter after a safety against the Dutch offense there. Glenwood just went up 21-14 on Norwalk late in the second quarter. We're late in the second quarter here. 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Pella Christian up 23-0 on Ogden after a slow start offensively. The Eagles bounce back, and Benny Schurz with 3 touchdowns here. Handoff again goes up the middle for Dudley. He will have the first down. Clock will stop to move the sticks. We'll see if they decide to do anything more, though, with just 12 seconds on the clock. And they've really shown no interest in really taking a shot here, like they're going to try to score. And it looks like they're content to go to half. They're just standing around as the clock hits 2, 1, and halftime. So the Eagles 23, Ogden 0. At the intermission, we'll be back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Hy-Vee Fuel Saver is now Hy-Vee Perks. Hy-Vee Perks members get members-only prices on hundreds of products store-wide every day. Get your free Hy-Vee Perks membership and start saving today. Bananas, Hy-Vee Perks price, 39 cents a pound. Hy-Vee Butter, Hy-Vee Perks price, $2.98. And Tide, Hy-Vee Perks price, $9.97. Make the switch or sign up today. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
You'll drive away happy. The Pella Motors guarantee.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
You'll drive away happy. The Pella Motors guarantee.
At Marion County Bank, we go beyond banking. Isn't that right, Dylan?
Okay, I think I've got it this time. So just like our local teams go beyond the classroom, we go beyond banking to serve our community.
Yes, you've got it. Beyond banking means sharing in your moments, your dreams, and your goals.
Because we're not just bankers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your community partner.
Where banking is just the beginning of the story. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, or visit us at MarionCountyBank.com.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Wondering where to go for all your hardware and plumbing needs? Look no further than Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center. They have everything from nuts, bolts, and screws to plumbing supplies, and as always, they carry lumber and building supplies. And if you need help with your flooring, kitchen, or bathroom remodel, their design specialists are here to help with the space planning, layout, and material selection. Don't waste any more time running from store to store. Come to Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center and get everything you need in one convenient location.
At BSN Sports, we work with high schools, colleges, and universities all around the country. This is Phil Hemming, and I'd like to say a special thank you to Pella and Pella Christian for their partnership. Both schools earn rewards on every purchase they make for uniforms, apparel, equipment, and every fan gear website we set up. A big thanks to our local schools, and thank you for your support of BSN web stores for your favorite local teams.
Being part of a cooperative means being part of something special. We're owned by our members and work for people, not profits. We provide electricity, but we also provide more than just electrons for our community. We support our community, give back through business loans, provide college scholarships, and much more. In October, Pella Cooperative Electric is celebrating National Co-op Month along with 40,000 other cooperative businesses who serve more than 120 million people in their communities nationwide. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make US Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strawber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for US Cellular in downtown Pella.
The wheels on the car go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the car go round and round at Central Tire and Auto.
How are the wheels on your car holding up? Central Tire and Auto and Pella is here to help, but they're not going round and round quite like they should be. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Pella Car Care has been a part of the community since 1994, providing milestone mileage checks, oil changes, brake repairs, and more on all foreign and domestic vehicles. AIC certified technicians at Pella Car Care attend continuous ongoing training to build the skills to solve any and all electronic and mechanical needs. Scheduling is easy online at PellaCarCare.com with delivery and pickup services available. Pella Car Care wishing good luck to our area teams this season.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth For the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show for tires, front end work, there are no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart and Pella. Pella Christian took them a little bit to get going, JD, but 23-0 here at the intermission. And Trevor Veenstra, a big part of the reason why tonight. And who else would you expect to be one of the big forces in that? Also, can't leave out Benny Schurz. They've been a big part of the Eagles' successes over the last couple of years, making sure that their trying to make sure their senior season stay alive for at least another week.
Yeah, it is interesting. You get into this time of year, it's all about how you're playing now. You can rule out everything that's happened weeks 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, none of that stuff matters anymore. And it was kind of interesting to see how this one would play out. Obviously, Ogden with the little onside kick to get things started and was hanging tough there in the first quarter as it ended up 0-0 in the first quarter. But that second quarter, you mentioned that those seniors really started to make a difference. We saw Caleb Van Arendonk with some nice passes. Isaiah Breams had a big catch and a fumble recovery. So that's what you want to see. You want to see those seniors be those guys who are stepping up to make those plays, and they certainly did that there in the second quarter.
That they did, and it's definitely what you want to see as we take a look at inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. Just 10 total first downs in the first half. 7 for the Eagles, 3 for the Bulldogs. Pella Christian, 18 rushes, 151 yards. Ogden, 23 rushes, 47 yards. Pella Christian is 4 of 7 passing for 47 yards. Ogden is 4 of 5 passing for 18 yards. In total, Pella Christian, 25 plays, 198 yards. 28 plays, 65 yards for Ogden. Looking at punt returns, Cooper Sprunk with the 1 punt return for 32 yards. Ogden, 4 kickoff returns, 15 yards. Again, we mentioned the punting, average punts. Very similar, 3 punts for Ogden, 35-yard average. 1 punt. Let's see here. Sorry, 1 second. Somebody coming into the box here. And the punting yardage, again, 1 punt for the Eagles, average of 34 yards there on the 1 punt. 3 punts for Ogden, average of 35 yards. Time of possession, Ogden had the ball 14 minutes, 47 seconds. Pella Christian had the ball 9 minutes, 13 seconds. Leading the way, rushing for Ogden, it's Caden Dudley, 9 carries, 28 yards. Benny Schurz leading for the Eagles, 11 carries, 70 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Passing the football, as we mentioned, Colby Rowe is 4 of 5 for 18 yards. Caleb Van Arendonk, 4 of 7 for 47 yards. Tanner Rowe, the leading receiver, 1 catch, 11 yards. Trevor Veenstra, 2 catches, 20 yards. And those are the big numbers so far in this one. Isaiah Breams with the lone sack for 9 yards. It's inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at Pella Fiber. And got some Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio updates to get to really quickly. PCM just went up 35-0 to enact the running clock with 2:45 to go in the second quarter over Interstate 35. Pella in a must-win game against Gilbert to lock up their spot in the playoffs. They trail 16-0 at the end of the first quarter. And here's one for you. Number 7 Harlan and Knoxville tied at 0s after the first quarter, after the Knoxville defense got a big stop deep in their own territory on 4th down. So that's a Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update as you're listening to Pella Christian Football powered by Bank Iowa on KRLS2 at KNIA, KRLS.com in Knoxville and Pella. Everyone has a goal, an inspiration, a reason for being. Whatever that is for you, Bank Iowa says,
let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. And JD, again, we kind of go through those numbers. Anything that really jumped off the page at you there from what we were reading?
I don't think so. I mean, it's kind of usually we have something weird going on. This one felt a little bit more normal. Both teams more balanced, but maybe been a little bit surprised to see how much really both teams, but especially Ogden, is continuing to keep it on the ground. This game never really opened up through the air. We've seen the one big play from Trevor Veenstra with a 67-yard run. But other than that, it's kind of both teams chipping away, and obviously PC having the success there at the end.
Here's the one thing that jumped up to me because, we kind of talked about it early on here, and I know that the Eagles' defense has really played well tonight. I was really shocked to see only 65 yards of total offense for Ogden on 28 plays, considering all the momentum they had early on.
Right.
It really felt like they had a better control of this game, and they were doing a lot more and able to move the football pretty well for only 65 yards there in half number one.
Yeah, they got good field position a couple different times. Of course, one of them being with the onside kick to start the game. But what'd they get? They got they got to the red zone, didn't they?
Yeah.
One possession where they had an opportunity, got stuffed on the 4th and 2, where they fumbled the snap and just haven't been clean and crisp enough to take advantage of those opportunities for Ogden. But with PC, they have been able to, and that's the thing. When you move the ball, you got to be able to punch it in, and PC's moved the ball, and then when they've gotten those opportunities, they made sure to turn them into touchdowns.
That they have, and we do have another Strava Cellular Instant Radio update that just came in. Not a good one for our friends over in Milo. Southeast Warren trailing Caminita 48-6 at halftime there in that one. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be back inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth with more of the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show right after this on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Chad Klein, at the Burduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
Reward yourself. With C-First Rewards checking products, you can choose a checking account that rewards you just the way you need it to. Maybe you want a high interest rate, or maybe you're better off with cash back. Either way, it's your choice. Both are free and require no minimum balance. So, whether you're a saver or a spender, we've got you covered. Get details and open an account online in minutes at cfirstcu.com/rewards. Subject to program qualifications, federally insured by the NCUA.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Chad Klein, at the Burduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
At Dutch Mill Supply, pole barns are their specialty. Customers from Grimes, Runnels, Indianola, Winterset, and right here in Marion County trust them with their unique pole barns. Office spaces, horse arenas, garages, shops, and machine sheds, Dutch Mill Supply has designed and supplied high-quality metal pole buildings that stand the test of time.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door.
At Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, one of the benefits of being a regular patient is that you have access to our 24-hour emergency care services. So if your dog is having puppies and you need help at 3 in the morning and you're a current Tri-County client, the veterinarians are here for you. And heaven forbid, but if your cat gets hit by a car or eats something it shouldn't after regular business hours and you're a current Tri-County client, the veterinarians are here for you. Have your pet become an active patient of Tri-County Veterinary Clinic today and get access to our 24-hour emergency care.
Go to veterinarians.
I'm sure the last thing you want to be thinking about now is winter, but fall is a time to be making sure your home is ready for cold weather, and that includes winterizing your home for pests. Meninga Pest Control has a variety of methods to keep insects, spiders, rodents, and other critters from making your home theirs in the cold weather months. Call today and schedule an inspection of your home with Meninga Pest Control. I'm Sean, and we want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Meninga Pest Control.
Something big is happening. Introducing Hy-Vee Perks. Now, Hy-Vee Fuel Saver is Hy-Vee Perks. Get the same great benefits like fuel savings. Plus, save even more on hundreds of products store-wide with Hy-Vee Perks prices. Like Tide, H Perks price $9.97. And bananas, H Perks price 39 cents a pound. Make the switch or sign up for Hy-Vee Perks and start saving today. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
Attention Knoxville, Iowa. Are you ready to take your career to the next level? Hormel Foods is looking for a dynamic, experienced individual to join their team as a team lead manager. Visit hormel.job today to learn more about this exciting team lead manager position. You'll find a detailed description of the role and the fantastic benefits that await you. Take the next step towards a rewarding career with Hormel Foods.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, where we have a unique Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. I shouldn't necessarily say unique, but maybe a surprising one a little bit here. As Pleasantville and West Branch tied 7-7 at halftime. Good 2 versus 3 matchup there between the Trojans and the Bears. And so let's go ahead and take a look at our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard with that. Only 2 games in the area are not at halftime, I guess, technically, if you want to say that, because we technically had one last night. So technically that one's past halftime, but Pella Christian and Ogden here as we get ready for half number 2. Eagles lead the Bulldogs 23-0. Over on 92.1 KRLS, Pella trails Gilbert 16-7 with 8:37 to go in the second quarter. Knoxville and Harlan tied 0-0 after 1. Indianola defeated Des Moines North 56-0 last night. Norwalk trails Glenwood 21-14 at halftime. PCM 35, Interstate 35-0 at halftime. We mentioned Pleasantville 7-7 with West Branch at halftime. Southeast Warren trailing Cam 48-6 at intermission, where we've not seen anything as it relates to Carlisle, Bondurant, Farrar, and Twin Cedars, Collins, Maxwell. So those are the scores we have in our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank, with offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. They're serving you a building community across the county. JD, as we take a look at tonight's second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, I'd say it's got to be on the offensive side of the ball for the Eagles here. They just got to find a way to really kind of break out of the funk. It's real. I mean, they've had some nice plays with Benny with the 22-yard touchdown run. They had the nice 69-yard touchdown run by Trevor Veenstra there that set up the first 5-yard touchdown run by Benny. But outside of that, it's been a tough go offensively for the Eagles. It feels like just really haven't got that momentum going.
Yeah, I think it was probably early on in the first quarter, but I think now you look at three possessions in a row, they've scored the touchdown. Obviously, they've been boosted with some special teams plays. You think of Cooper Sprunk's punt return that gets them the ball at the 5-yard line. So since they've kind of found that groove a little bit, maybe haven't had as many opportunities. But, I think also you can look at on the other side of the ball, just this PC defense, they're shutting them out right now, and the thing about Pella Christian is they haven't really played a 4-quarter game for quite a while now. So I would imagine you're going to see that defense hang out there. Those guys are going to be motivated to say, hey, let's keep it a 0 on the scoreboard, see if they can get that shutout, and then maybe they won't need to use that offense quite as much here in this second half.
Yeah, it'd be just the second shutout of the season. I know that they would love to do that. That's our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. If it's time for a new garage door for your home or business, stop and see the gurus of garage doors at their new showroom at 908 Roosevelt Road, just west of Pella Christian High School at DeYoung Door Service. As we continue on here with the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show, I take that back. We're going to wrap up the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show as we get ready for quarter number 3. You've been listening to the Central Tire and Auto Radio Halftime Show. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. We actually have an update on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard I gave moments ago. It was actually 24-14. Glenwood over Norwalk at halftime there. That score just coming in here.
Yeah, so we're going to see here as the second half is about to get started. This Eagles team is going to be kicking off to start the second half. A little bit of a weird deal as they didn't really get the ball to start the game either. As Ogden, whether that was a little pooch kick, I think it was really an onside kick, kind of caught the Eagles by surprise, and they were able to get the ball to start the game. They're going to get the ball here again in the third quarter. So we talked about that defense. They're going to get a first chance here to assert themselves here and see if they can get the ball back to this high-powered offense to get this third quarter started.
That they will. So Elias Keegan will kick it off here to start off quarter number 3. Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update, Harlan 7, Knoxville 0, 2:58 to go in quarter number 2 as Keegan set to kick this ball away and get half number 2 started for us here. And this one will be caught by Wise Cup at the 16-yard line. He'll be wrestled down at the 29-yard line is my best assumption over there amongst
a
pile
him a
of bodies.
31 at the end of it. They're going to move him up there a little bit. 31-yard line here for this Bulldogs offense as they take the field.
Yep. One thing we're going to keep our eye on that I'm seeing right now is Brecken Ritzert was one of the guys in on that tackle. He got up a little hobbled there, so keep our eye on that. He's been really good at corner this year for the Eagles. So starting off here, half number 2, the Bulldogs going to try to go straight ahead with Dudley up the middle, and nothing doing there. Actually, that is Dudley. Never mind.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have doubted myself.
And this is where this PC defense, I've been really impressed with them tonight, is it just looked really good against the ground game. I mean, you probably have the numbers here of the longest run for the Bulldogs. I don't remember one over 6 or 7 yards. Everything else has been about 1 or 2.
Yeah, 6 yards. And this one will be carried by Hoskins. Wheelard
great job.
Nearly got the ball out there. Looks like maybe another yard, make it 3rd and 8 from the 33 here after the 1-yard carry by Hoskins. But the Eagles defense has been suffocating in the run game here tonight.
Yeah, exactly what you want to see right there, as it was Nanikoven and Van Arendonk on the left side here, just kind of stretched it out long enough to allow the linebackers to flow and make the tackle, and it's Wheelard who gets credit for it. Brings up a 3rd down, another chance here for this PC defense to get off the field for a 3-and-out.
Yeah, it'll be 2 receivers on either side for this Bulldogs offense. Rowe is back to pass. He's looking over the middle, throws it right into the hands of Garrett Wheelard. He's at the 30, trying to get inside the 25. He will, down to the 23, and it's a big turnover there for Garrett Wheelard. We talked about him earlier. Yeah. He's earned his minutes and comes up with a big turnover right there for this Eagles defense.
Yeah, Garrett Wheelard, the sophomore, who's been really having a great game here tonight. He's starting to pick up more and more time at linebacker. He just made a great tackle to play before. That time, Rowe was wanting his guy over the middle. Thought he stared him down just a little bit too long, but give Wheelard the credit. He dropped into his zone, into the perfect spot. The pass really got put right on the numbers, but he was able to make the catch, even turn up field and give this Eagles offense another short field.
Yep, he does. Van Arendonk, he's got 2 receivers to the right and a running back to the right and one to the left in Trevor Veenstra. Van Arendonk is back to pass. He's looking deep. Camden Parker was the intended target there, and he took his eyes off of it, dropped it, but it wouldn't have mattered anyways, as holding called on the Eagles for the 3rd time tonight. That'll back the Eagles up 10 yards, I would presume.
Hold on the Eagles.
Yeah, and you got to imagine, Camden Parker probably thought, it's probably a holding call. I'm just not going to catch the ball. I'm just kidding. Obviously, he's like, shoot, I almost had a touchdown. But he can look back and know that it would not have made a difference anyways. That 10-yard penalty is moving the Eagles back.
Not going to hurt the stat sheet any, because it's would have come off there anyways.
Save it for another time.
Yep, so spread out. Cooper Sprunk will catch the pitch from Van Arendonk. Some nice blocks. Sprunk across the 30. He'll run over a guy down inside the 20 to the 18 and into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone on a nice move by Cooper Sprunk to cut up the middle and then lower the shoulder.
Yeah, we don't talk about it enough as far as this offensive line and the great job that they've been doing, and they've gotten so much better. That time it was actually Benny Schurz who kind of caught my eye as the running back really, drove his man into the middle of the field, cleared that lane for Cooper to get to the outside.
Yep, and we're going to get the same formation, just flipped, so I'm going to guess we're going to see the toss to Schurz. Nope, it'll be just the direct handoff to Schurz. He'll make 2 guys miss across the 15, inside the 10, being spun down near the 5. Looks like it'll be at the 7-yard line, gain of 11, and quite honestly, that was just a great effort by Benny Schurz there, as he had 3 Ogden Bulldogs between him and positive yardage, made all 3 of them miss. and gets 11 to make it first and goal from the 8.
You know, Schurz has been the starting running back here since his sophomore year, and he's always been really good. But he's playing about as well as he's ever played. I mean, he just looks fast. You know, he's a different type of athlete out there with the ball in his hands.
And he's a very physical runner. Handoff's going to go back to Schurz. Inside the 5, carrying defenders.
Goodness.
We're getting pushing now. And across the goal line goes Benny Schurz. Give him the Al Bundy 4 touchdowns for Benny Schurz.
Man, again, Jacob Harmon is all over it here with the replay. If you're listening, you're not getting a chance to see this, but Benny Schurz is hit at about the 5-yard line, and he drove himself to about the 2. You know, he was going against 3 different dudes, keeping his legs moving, and then he finally got a little help from some linemen who recognized what was going on, and they were able to drive him into the end zone. A 4th touchdown for Schurz, and this offense capitalizes on great field position again.
That they do. Elias Keegan for the extra point here. This one's up again, right down the middle, 30-0. Pella Christian here with 9:13 to go in quarter number 3. Back after this inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Brand appeal and the Pella community go together like almond paste and the letter S.
Like thunder and lightning.
Like bed and breakfast. Like Lewis and Clark.
Brand appeal and the Pella community go together like Central College and football.
Like shampoo and conditioner. Like rock and roll.
Like campfires and s'mores.
Hi, I'm Derek DeHaan with Brand Appeal, a proud supporter of Pella and Pella Christian Schools and a proud member of the Pella community. Jump on the brand wagon.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Chad Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Pella Christian 30, Ogden 0. Elias Keegan here. He'll kick to Quentin Hoskins. Makes the catch inside the 10. He's trying to bring it out to the left side. And the Eagles will wrap him up at about the 19, 20-yard line, somewhere in that ballpark. That'll be where Ogden will take over with 9:06 to go in an Ulrich Ford Lincoln game reset. Pella Christian 30, Ogden at 0, 9:06 to go in quarter number 3. It's 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Bulldogs, and that is an Ulrich Ford Lincoln game reset as Colby Rowe going to be in the shotgun here to start off this possession for the Bulldogs. He'll hand off to, I believe that was Dudley again. He's got absolutely nowhere to go. Looks like they are going to mark it around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1. We'll wait, see where the sticks move, if at all. They do not move, so no yards for Dudley there. And part of me wonders, we saw Dudley or Rowe get up a little bit slowly early on. I wonder how much that's affecting the offense here for Ogden, as they're going to again go to Dudley up the middle. They'll gain a couple, maybe 3 yards, looks like 3 or 4.
I think you got Breams in there. You got Wheelard again. Some of these linebackers, you know, you got Spronk and Wheelard, who are kind of the guys in the middle of the field. They're just racking up the tackles here tonight, and that really means that the line in front of them is doing a great job because they're eating up the blocks, allowing these linebackers to just roam free. And that's really been the key here for this defense, to slow down this Ogden attack. They have had nothing going on the ground, and third and 6 here, I imagine we're going to see a pass.
Yeah, Rowe is back to pass. He's staring down the barrel of the gun with Caleb Van Ehrenduck there. Nice catch by Hoskins. He's making the Eagles miss. Cooper Sprunk with nearly a great tackle, and Landon Fransman able to bring him down at the 40. Gain of 17 for this Ogden offense, and a first down.
Yeah, and you mentioned it about Rowe, who's pretty ginger to get up earlier in the game, even a little more slowly getting up after that one. I think he got hit right as he was throwing the ball, but Good little pitch and catch there. Kind of a mess after the receiver caught it. Just different guys breaking tackles, running all over the field. But it turns into the biggest play that the Bulldogs offense has had all night as they pick up a first down and move it to the 40-yard line.
That they do. Rowe in the shotgun again. Wouldn't be shocked to see him try to go back to that here. It's where they've had their success tonight. Nope, they're going to go back to Dudley. Or no, that's going to be Comer on the ground this time. He'll gain about 9 for a 2nd and 1 now to the 49 with 7:11 to go in quarter number 3.
Yeah, the Bulldogs offense starting to find a little groove now, as those are the 2 biggest plays that they've had. Going to the air and now on the ground, a 9-yard run. Gets them close to midfield after picking up that first down.
Yeah, so Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update. Gilbert 16, Pella 13 at half. Rowe is back to pass. He's looking deep down the left side, and he dropped it into the basket of Wisecup down the field. And Landon Fransman there in defense, able to break it up as Wisecup just could not quite bring it in.
Yeah, it was a bomb. I mean, he threw it about 40, 45 yards in the air. But great timing there from the safety Fransman as Wisecup turns his head to reel that one in. Landon laid out for it, and as the ball arrived, knocked down the ball, kind of grabbed the arms of the receiver to make it fall incomplete.
Rose back to pass again. He's looking nowhere to go. Garrett Wheeler once again, the first man there. Keegan Fatma also involved, as is Trevor Veenstra. Rowe again a little slow getting up here after taking the hit. Makes it 4th down and 3 now after the loss of 2 there on the sack.
You know, we got the technology now, Trevor, where, you know, you can sit at home on your TV and watch it on TV. It feels like you're there. But if you were here, you would be knowing that it stinks. We got the window open up here. It smells.
It really does. Rowe unleashes a bomb there, overthrows Westberg. Turnover on downs there for the Eagles. I noticed it about 4 minutes ago. I was trying not to say it.
I've been waiting for an opportunity to say something.
I don't know who put the fresh manure out.
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden here at 8:23. But man, it is.
I see
it
a
is
couple
bad.
fans heading for the exits, and I don't blame them. You know, this one's getting a little bit out of hand, and
that smell just adds to it.
This is not. It's a beautiful, beautiful night here in Pella,
yeah,
Iowa.
It just got ruined by some smell.
Only in the Midwest do you experience all the things here at a football game.
Yeah, just wow, that hit you square in the face. Benny Schurz with the handoff here. He'll get across the 45 to the 44 for a gain of 4 there for the Eagles as they take over on downs after the incompletion there. But
yeah, and how about this, right? I mean, it's 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, and we're thinking, oh man, I mean, we're in for one. In for a good game, and PC's offense and defense really is taking control of this game, and now this offense has a chance here in the third quarter to put this one away with a 35-point rule.
Yeah, handoff's going to go to Cooper Sprunk this time. Makes one guy miss across the 40 to the 35, down to the 30, making a couple more guys miss, carrying a couple defenders down to the 21-yard line. Gain of 23 from Cooper Sprunk. Nice run there by the junior.
Great run, and again, you got to give credit to some of those blocks out there. But nice job from Cooper to read him. He's patient in the hole, and then he hits it hard, ends up cutting it all the way back across the field. Picks up that first down, gets the Eagles right here on the edge of the red zone. This offense is cooking right now.
That they are 21 yards away from putting the running clock in effect. We'll get you a Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update here momentarily. Van Arendonk, he will fake the handoff to Sprunk, makes a couple of guys miss inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Making his way down to, looks like they're going to call it the 12-yard line, gain of 9 there on the first carry from Caleb Van Arendonk. As a Stryver Cellular Instant Radio update, Harlan 14, Knoxville 6. That update came with 1:12 to go in the second quarter. We've been sitting on it for a minute. Look like that might be a halftime score as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned Van Arendonk there with a run. He actually runs out of bounds, but he's been kept pretty clean. You know, you love it when your quarterback isn't getting hit too much. He hasn't taken any sacks. That's actually his first rushing attempt of the evening, so he's been just content to distribute the ball around.
Yep, Trevor Veenstra going to get a blow here as Johnson Morgan comes into the game. Van Arendonk back to pass. He's looking. Nobody open. He finds Sprunk at the goal line. Could not connect, and we've got 2 flags down. Looks like a hold coming on the right side of the field, and I think we're going to get an ineligible man downfield on the left side. Either way, it's going to bring up potentially 3rd down, depending on what Ogden elects to do here. Might be a replay of 2nd down. So looks like we're going to get confirmation here momentarily on the 2 calls. So we do have an ineligible man downfield. That penalty will be declined. Holding against the Eagles will be accepted. That'll back the Eagles up to the 22-yard line, and outside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone may get 2nd and 12 for the Eagles.
Will be assessed.
So I was wrong on our Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. I thought we were getting a halftime score. We were not. Harlan scored again 21-6 over Knoxville. 56 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter of that one. So 4:41 to go here in quarter number 3 for Pella Christian against Ogden. Caleb Van Arendonk, empty backfield. He's rolling left. He was looking to pass. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run. He's across the 5, and Caleb Van Arendonk into the end zone. Touchdown Eagles, 36-0. The first touchdown of the night for the Eagles, not scored by Benny Schurz.
Man, and it was a good one. I mean, look, shades of Isaac Kakmarinsky there running the football from the quarterback spot. Caleb's an outstanding athlete, and he's been just awesome for this team at quarterback. Really does a nice job of passing the ball and controlling the offense. But he also has the ability to turn on the jets. He doesn't do it all the time, but he did there. He saw the opening, and he hit it hard, and great touchdown run from the senior.
That it was. Elias Keegan, point after attempt, right down the middle, 37-0. Pella Christian, Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. PCM 42, Interstate 35, 7:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Back after this inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA, KRLS.com, and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Again, 37-0. Pella Christian leads Ogden in the 3rd quarter. In the 3rd.
Whether it's navigating the uncharted waters of being a first-time business owner, expanding your business to meet growing demand, or investing in ways to propel your business to new heights, Bank Iowa can help you and your business take the next step, no matter how large or small it may be. So anything you can imagine, let's make it happen. Bank Iowa, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Being part of a cooperative means being part of something special. We're owned by our members and work for people, not profits. We provide electricity, but we also provide more than just electrons for our community. We support our community, give back through business loans, provide college scholarships, and much more. In October, Pella Cooperative Electric is celebrating National Co-op Month along with 40,000 other cooperative businesses who serve more than 120 million people in their communities nationwide. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Elias Keegan back out for another kickoff for the Eagles, who just went up 37-0 over Ogden with 4:33 to go in quarter number 3. Running clock is in effect now as Wise Cup will step out of bounds around the 20-yard line. We'll wait official a spot there. But again, another Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. We've got our first score update from Bondurant, Farrar, and Carlisle tonight, and it's not one that the fans across town are going to want to hear. Bondurant 21, Carlisle 0 at half. Pella with a win tonight and a loss from Bondurant, Farrar would have clinched 2nd in the district and been automatically into the playoffs next week, but not going to happen, it looks like, from that perspective. So the Dutch for sure need to win tonight. First play of the drive there is a 5-yard carry by Comer to make it 2nd and 5 after the ball was originally spotted at the 20. Now to the 25 goes Comer for the 5-yard run for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, now with that running clock, of course, now we're in danger of this thing moving in a hurry here, which I don't think anybody would be too upset about, is this PC defense has just been outstanding, and they're thinking to themselves, can we find a way, keep them off the scoreboard, right? You got that shutout in place. They'd love to make a statement.
That they would. Handoff's going to go back to Comer. He's going to be down to the 30. We'll wait the official spot. Actually, that's Dudley, excuse me. Can't tell these two running backs apart. They're built very similarly, and the numbers feels like are small on their jerseys and just hard to see a little bit.
Yeah, and the thing about it, too, if you're watching, you can see it, but if you're listening, they just run a lot of different formations. Most of the time they're under center with a few different backs in the backfield. Every once in a while they'll go in shotgun and spread you out a little bit, so kind of keep you honest that way.
Yeah, this handoff, it looks like it's going to Wisecup, I believe is who that ball carrier was. It was. That'll be a gain of 2 for him. That's his first carry of the night.
Wisecup listed at 5'2", 113. He's got the ability to give him the ball. He kind of hide behind that offensive line, try to, hit the hole. And he does a nice job at receiver, too. He's got some speed. So they've been trying to get him involved, but, again, just haven't had the ability to make a big play.
So 2nd and 7 from the 32 here in the third quarter. 2:13 to go. Handoff this time is going to Hoskins. He got another 2, give him 3 yards. Yeah, we'll give him 3 yards. We've got something going on over there.
Yeah, a little extra shoving there after the play. A couple of these guys are getting it sorted out here. We don't need anything stupid happening at this point. Like you mentioned, under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Pella Christian up 37-0, really taking control of this game, and looking good here going as we approach the end of the third quarter.
Yep, and it'll be Rowe under center again. See who gets the handoff this time. They're not going to hand it off, and it's Trevor Veenstra with the sack. Rowe never stood a chance there on the play action. Was looking to throw it deep, and Trevor Veenstra was there in about a second and a half.
Yeah, that's really one of those things where the second he drops back to pass, how many people are there? Let's say there's 2,000 people watching this game. 1,999 of them knew exactly what was about to happen. The quarterback was not aware because he's coming on the blind side, and Trevor Veenstra puts him down on the ground. I think that's his 6.5 sack of the season for the star senior.
Sounds about right. Westberg punts this one away. Nice bounce there inside the 30, inside the 25 even, and going to be down at the 22-yard line. That'll be where Pella Christian takes over, so they've got just a little bit of ways to go, 78 yards to score again. 30 seconds to go. The Eagles currently do not have to run a play as game clock goes inside of 25 seconds. They could take it to the fourth quarter. We'll see what they decide to do. Strouver Cellular Instant Radio updates. West Branch and Pleasantville tied 13-13 in quarter number 3. Southeast Warren trailing Cam 62-6 in the third quarter. Those are our Strouver Cellular Instant Radio updates. In case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Benny Schur's 4 touchdowns. Caleb Van Arendonk with a touchdown run makes it 37-0 as the clock strikes 000 here in quarter number 3. The Eagles 12 minutes away from advancing in the Class 1A playoffs. Back after this inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on KNIA, KRLS.com, and on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Brand appeal and the Pella community go together like almond paste and the letter S.
Like thunder and lightning.
Like bed and breakfast. Like Lewis and Clark.
Brand appeal and the Pella community go together like Central College and football.
Like shampoo and conditioner. Like rock and roll.
Like campfires and s'mores.
Hi, I'm Derek DeHaan with Brand Appeal, a proud supporter of Pella and Pella Christian Schools and a proud member of the Pella community. Jump on the bandwagon.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, We know how important it is for athletes to heal properly so they can continue making plays and staying active. We pride ourselves on providing top-notch care for athletes of any age. Whether you're the quarterback for a local team, a leisurely runner, or somewhere in between, we've got you covered at Kinetic Edge. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose Kinetic Edge. Contact us at kineticedgept.com or at 621-0230.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. The Eagles moving a little bit faster than our commercial break there, unfortunately, so we missed a play. But Johnson Morgan with a 2-yard run. This handoff's going to go to Benny Schurz. He will get it down inside, or past the 30, excuse me there. Forgot we're on the other side of the field. Flipping the field position there. Gets it down to about the 32-yard line. Make it a gain of 7 for Schurz, and 3rd and 1 for the Eagles now from the 32-yard line. And unfortunately, JD, our smell, I think, is returning again here. Handoff goes to Cooper Sprunk. He gets it across the 35 for an Eagles first down to the 37-yard line. Gain of 5 for Sprunk. Moves the sticks for the Eagles.
I was just going to provide the update that, for those at home, that the wind has shifted and maybe we've gotten away from the smell, but maybe we're just getting used to it here a little bit. It's been rough here, but, one thing that does not stink is this Eagles offense is the last 5 drives have ended up in the end zone, and they're in cruise control right now, picking up another first down.
That was a great transition as Van Arendonk tried to throw the fastball in there to Isaiah Breams, and nice defense there by the Bulldogs, knocks that one away. Brings up 2nd and 10 there off the motion of Benny Schurz. Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update here. Here's an interesting one. 3rd seeded Pleasantville out of our district. The PAT was good on that last touchdown. 14-13, Pleasantville leads West Branch over there in the 3rd quarter against the 2nd seeded West Branch Bears. Caleb Van Arendonk in the shotgun. He was rolling right. He makes one guy miss out of the sack. Looking to throw it down the field. He's going to make a couple more guys miss. Able to get past the 40. He's going to gain about 4 yards there. And what an effort by Caleb Van Arendonk. I think he made at least 4 guys miss, and I think he made at least 2 of those guys miss a second time.
Yeah, he should have been sacked for about a 4-yard loss, and he somehow avoided that one and kept his eyes downfield. I was impressed at that, looking downfield, and just kind of ran out of time there on the right side, but ended up avoiding a couple more tackles to just make it a manageable 3rd down here.
That he did. Now he's going to set Benny Schurz in motion. He's going to fake the handoff to Schurz. He is looking to throw it down the field. Nice. He finds Isaiah Breams across midfield down to the 46-yard line there. He took a hit, but delivered a nice strike there to Isaiah Breams for the first down.
Man, I can't tell you how good of a play that really is there from our senior quarterback. Rolling to his left. He didn't really have the initial read that he wanted, and he finds Isaiah Breams over the middle and put it right where he needed to, kind of floated up there a little bit. Sometimes you end up in trouble as a quarterback throwing the ball over the middle of the field late. But I think he read that one really well, saw that Breams was open, and picked up a nice first down.
Yeah, 13-yard gain there from Breams to the 46. Gives the Eagles the first down. Fake the pitch to Schurz, and looking down the field for Sprunk. Miscommunication there between Van Arendonk and Sprunk, as Van Arendonk had to get rid of that ball with a couple of Bulldogs bearing down on him. Bring up 2nd down on the incompletion for Sprunk.
Yeah, that one, it's too bad he didn't have a little more time. If he could have settled into the pocket there a little bit more, it looked like he would have had somebody open down the field, but he was rushed and kind of had to throw that one off his back foot.
So we do have another Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update. Glenwood 31, Norwalk 14 in the 3rd quarter. Rough go of it tonight for the Warriors. Handoff goes to Johnson Morgan. He'll break through a hole across the 35 down to about the 31-yard line there. But a flag for holding against the Eagles will wipe that one off the board.
Man, and too bad because, Johnson Morgan's another talented back who just hasn't seen as many carries after battling with some injuries halfway through the season. And really nice run there, able to get off to the right side, but probably a hole opened up with the hold.
Yeah, well, and the other thing I would say about that, too, is, he's really been trying to find his stride since week 1. He had that really nice game against Des Moines Christian, just hasn't really been able to find that level of success here as of late. And so, 2nd and 20 now for the Eagles from their own 45-yard line. Van Arendonk back to pass. He was looking for Camden Parker, I believe is who that is over there. That is Parker. Could not connect on the little hitch route there. That'll bring up 3rd down and 20 from the 45 of the Eagles with 6:59 to go in quarter number 4 in an Ulrich Ford Lincoln game reset. Eagles 37, Ogden 0 with 6:47 to go in quarter number 4. Eagles just over 6.5 minutes away from the win here. That's been an Ulrich Ford Lincoln game reset. Van Arendonk, he'll send Schurz in motion. He'll hand to Schurz. Schurz looking to get to the outside. He'll make one guy miss at the 50 to the 40. And he will spin down. He'll be within a yard of the first down there. Great run by Benny Schurz to pick up 19. He continues his excellent night to continue his senior season into week 2 of the postseason.
Yeah, you're in 3rd and 20. You can think about, hey, what do we got in the playbook to throw the ball deep downfield? Or you can just hand it off to number 31 and see if he can make something happen. They chose to do that time and love it. Nice, tough run, good blocking. Picks up 19 yards. And all they need now is to pick up that 1 yard here on 4th down to keep this drive going.
Yeah, see what the Eagles decide to do here on 4th down. Handoff's going back to Benny Schurz. He will spin out of a couple tackles across the 35, carrying defenders across the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Benny Schurz is running like a grown man out there tonight.
Oh, man. He's running so hard. I mean, that's one of the things you love about football, when you can get a group of guys bought in, doing their jobs on these plays, and then you get those seniors who are just finding their stride late in the year, making those special plays. You love it when your seniors are out there making it happen. And tonight it's been seniors all the way across the board, obviously led by Schurz, making some plays.
Yeah, Trevor Veenstra got it started too. Handoff's going back to Schurz. He's looking for an opening, doesn't really have one, and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It's Benny's only carry that hasn't gained yards all night. Been a good night for the senior running back, who, as we mentioned, 4 touchdowns in this one. 37-0 is our score with 4:40 to go in this Class 1A playoff matchup between the Bulldogs and the Eagles. Fake the handout to Benny Schurz. It's Caleb Van Arendonk back to pass. He's looking over the middle. He's got Isaiah Breams into the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. Breams finally brought down at the 14, 15-yard pass there from Van Arendonk to Breams. Sets the Eagles up inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone.
And that's something we've continued to see and develop is the play from this senior tight end, Isaiah Breams. I know Coach Keck talks about how great he is in just terms of his leadership and his blocking and just his knowledge of the game. He can do so many different things, and now we're really seeing him be one of those go-to guys for Van Arendonk when he drops back to pass.
Yep, inside 4 minutes to go. Caleb Van Arendonk back to pass. He was looking for Cooper Sprunk, and again, miscommunication there.
Yeah, I felt like maybe he rushed that one a little bit there, as Van Arendonk really had more time. It's hard sometimes because you're already at the 14-yard line, so there's not a lot of space back there. And yeah, you mentioned it kind of off time, but 3.5 minutes to go. It's not going to determine the outcome, but I know PC would love to say, let's put every drive since the first quarter, they want to end in a touchdown.
That they do. Van Arendonk sends Schurz in motion, tosses to Schurz. Bulldogs there, and that will be the first loss of yardage for Benny Schurz on the night there. On carry number 19. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. We just said his name, Benny Schurz. 4 touchdowns here in this one tonight. A 5-yard, a 22-yard, a 5-yard, and an 8-yard touchdown run. And that has been the primary scoring for the Eagles. Caleb Van Arendonk also having a 22-yard touchdown run, made it 37-0 with now 2:40 to go. That's a In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Caleb Van Arendonk back to pass on 3rd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's going to tuck it and run. He's inside the 10 to the 5. Van Arendonk sneaks his way into the end zone. Just managed. Oh, no, they're going to call it at the 1. They're going to say he was out of bounds. I thought Van Arendonk for sure got in there. He tried to tiptoe it there on the sideline. Just couldn't quite get to the end zone.
And all of that for nothing, because I do think we're going to have a holding call here with a flag back at the line of scrimmage. I didn't even see the flag come out there. But I love to see Van Arendonk just mixing it up there a little bit. You know, obviously he's shown that he has the ability to run the ball with his touchdown run, 22-yarder from earlier. Just about had another one there. But just that threat of that running option is enough sometimes to keep a defense honest.
3rd and 21 now for the Eagles from the 25 outside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone now. With 2:22 to go in quarter number 4. As Eagles getting their play from the sideline. Clock is stopped. Play clock is rolling. Eagles going to actually have to hustle to the line here a little bit.
I'm not
Just
sure why
4
the
seconds.
game clock isn't running, but...
Not sure. Van Arendonk's going to send Scherz in motion. The Eagles just get it off in time. Van Arendonk keeps it across the 20. Makes a couple of guys miss. Dragged down inside the 15 to the... Can't tell if they're marking it as the 13 or the 14. We'll wait for this official to back up here. Looks like they're going to give him the 12 and a half. Now they back up to the 13. So gain of 12 for Caleb Van Arendonk as the Eagles are back inside the Raceway Tire and Exhaust red zone. I don't know what I'd love to see right now. I don't know that we're going to, but why not try Elias Keegan run up there and try the short field goal here, make it an even 40-0. We're not going to see that. The Eagles going to keep the offense on the field.
I don't think we've seen a single field goal attempt from PC all season.
I don't know if we have. Van Arendonk is back to pass. He's looking over the middle. The defender fell down. And Cooper Sprunk will catch it in the end zone. Make it 43-0 on the 15-yard or the 14-yard touchdown pass, from Van Arendonk to Sprunk.
Yeah, it's that connection across the middle. They've missed it a couple times. We talked about the miscommunication earlier. That was Sprunk over the middle earlier on this drive, but this time they got it right. Kind of aided by the Ogden defender who, as he was turning to make the play, kind of tripped over his own feet, fell to the ground. But Cooper Sprunk was waiting there in the end zone, catches it. Another touchdown pass, the first touchdown pass of the evening for the Eagles.
That it is. Elias Keegan's point after attempt is low and blocked there. That'll make it 43-0 with 1:29 to play in the 4th, as the Eagles gonna wrap up a first-round playoff victory. I've been here for 3 years. I know that's 3 years in a row of winning first-round playoff games.
Yeah.
So nice little streak here going.
All of them at home.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I think every time, the last 3 years, have we been the 2 seed every time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so obviously what that means, and we'll get to that, is that eventually Pella Christian's probably going to have to hit the road next week and go to a 1 seed. We'll leave that for the post game, but gotta like what you've seen here from PC is that drive there is the 6th possession in a row that this Eagles offense has put points on the board. I believe it was the first 2 possessions, maybe they only punted 1 time.
Yeah, they got stopped on a 4th down, I think, once.
Yeah, okay. So they've had a couple different opportunities, but early on that they couldn't capitalize on. But since then, this offense, even without the big play, you know, they got the big play with Veenstra's run of 67 yards. But other than that, hasn't been much over 20 yards. Doing it through the air, doing it on the ground. Great job from this offensive attack.
Yeah, so 43-0 is our score, as we mentioned. Do have a Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio update. Glenwood 31, Norwalk 21, late in the 3rd quarter of that game. Elias Keegan to kick it off. Casey Mister presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Again, Benny Scherz 4 touchdowns. Caleb Van Arendonk just scored his 2nd, 1 rushing, 1 passing to Cooper Sprunk. As now Ogden going to pitch it to Wise Cup here. And he'll turn the corner, gets it across the 30, so decent field position for Ogden here with 1:17 to go in the ball game. They're going to try to end the shutout. That's in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
Real quick, our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard will give you the latest that we have as of right now. Pleasantville leads West Branch 14 to 13 in the third quarter. Southeast Warren trailing KNIA 62 to 6. Pella trails Gilbert 16 to 13 at halftime. Rowe pass to number 26 there. That is Tanner Rowe, excuse me. It's a gain of 4 on the little hitch route there. Continuing with our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, Knoxville trails Harlan 21 to 6. Rowe back to pass. He's looking deep again. And I didn't see the first guy there, but I saw Caden Croyd in on that sack of Rowe.
Keegan Fatma as well.
So a loss of 2 there for Rowe on the sack. His last 3 rushing attempts have all been sacks. The Eagles, they'll wrap this one up. 8, 7, and now 5 seconds. Rowe will snap it. Final play of the game. He's just going to throw it up, and Benny Scherves will knock it away. That'll do it. The Eagles, with their second shutout of the season, win it 43-0 over Ogden, and they will advance in the postseason. And we're going to finish up our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard before we go to the Cabinet Designer Pella Radio postgame show. So again, as of our last looks, Pella Christian is 43-0 winners over Ogden. Pella trails Gilbert 16-13 at halftime. Indianola defeated Des Moines North 56-0 yesterday. Knoxville trailed Harlan 21-6 at halftime. Norwalk trailing Glenwood 31-21 late in the third quarter. PCM at last look, they were up big in that one as well. 42-0 in the third quarter was the last look we got there. Pleasantville up on West Branch 14-13 on last look. Southeast Warren was trailing KNIA, and Bondurant Farrar was up 21-0 on Carlisle. That was our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Back after this with the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show on KNIA-KRLS.com, where Pella Christian was 43-0 victors over the Ogden Bulldogs.
Hi, this is Chuck Vanderwall with Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella. When Rudy Ulrich hired me in the summer of 1967, I could only dream of what this dealership would mean to our family.
I'm Todd Vanderwall, and I joined Ulrich in the fall of 1997. It's been an amazing 25-plus years working with my dad and our team, and now I get to pass it on.
I'm Tegan, the third-generation Vanderwall at Ulrich's. Like my grandpa and dad before me, I'm proud to be able to say that at Ulrich Ford Lincoln and Pella,
we're taking care of you.
Van Haften Plumbing and Heating and Lennox have 2 great rebate offers available this fall. You decide which one's best for you. If you have the cash on hand and want a higher rebate, then choose up to $1,500 in rebates on a qualifying new Lennox home comfort system. If you'd rather finance it, you can still get up to $1,200 in rebates, plus no payments and no interest for 6 months when you're approved for financing. This offer is available right now, so call now to get on the schedule. As always, you'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, working drawbridge, and a classic old-world atmosphere. The Pella community features wonderful Dutch architecture all around town. And there's one place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. Welcome to the Molengraat, home of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining at Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful U Salon, Pella Nail Salon, Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. And even taking a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck with our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry is just as attentive and imaginative as you are when it comes to your remodel. Just ask Justin Plate of Pella.
I've known Mike for a lot of years, and he's just known for high quality and attention to detail, and I'm kind of a perfectionist type person. I really like things done the right way. I've known him to be very high attention to detail and have been really impressed through that whole project.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Welcome back here for the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show. At Cabinet Design of Pella, they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. Pella Christian, again, 43-0 victors over the Ogden Bulldogs, and they will advance in the postseason. We'll talk about that coming up here on what's coming up. Wired by Center Point Electric. And good night for the Eagles here. It was a slow start, but they bounced back pretty well here, JD.
Yeah, I thought so too. You know, the first quarter was 0-0, kind of back and forth, and we thought, okay, we might be in for quite a game here. I was impressed by the Ogden defense especially, and just their level of physicality. But I thought as the game wore on, you kind of saw the athleticism from Pella Christian pay off, of course, with the ball carriers and, some of these seniors that we've been talking about here tonight. But along with that, just winning the line of scrimmage consistently, I thought you saw probably a lot of things as an Eagles fan that you were hoping to see as this offense really find a groove and play well. Obviously, you can't say enough about the defense pitching the shutout here tonight. That's all you need to know about the way that this defense was playing and flying around. And with just kind of a weird couple games in a row with the matchups against Cardinal and Colfax Mingo, it was good to see PC put a full game together here tonight, keep those guys out there for 4 quarters, and really play well, especially in those second and third quarters, dominating the scoreboard.
Yeah, that was a great thing to see. As JD, why don't we take a look at our Hormel Foods radio key play and player of the game? I think the key play, it's not going to be one of the scoring plays for me. I think it's the 69-yard run by Trevor Veenstra that really set up the first scoring drive of the game. Because, I mean, really up to that point, even though they weren't moving the ball necessarily all that well, Ogden had the momentum at that point in the ball game, and it really just felt like that was what turned the tides for this Eagles squad tonight.
I completely agree. I mean, I felt like that was the play that just kind of – it wasn't long after that we ended up in the end zone. That ended up being the longest play of the game, and obviously the level of physicality of that run was eye-popping. I mean, that's one for the highlight reel. As Trevor Veenstra, the senior fullback, just ran somebody over and broke a couple tackles. So that was a big kind of instigator for this offense.
That it was. That was our Hormel Foods radio key play of the game, our player of the game. Let's go into number 31, Benny Schurz. What a night for that young man. He was just phenomenal. 19 carries, 124 yards, 4 touchdowns. Great night for Benny Schurz there. That's our Hormel Foods radio key play and player of the game. Looking for a key to your new career, visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. Tonight's longest drive presented by Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center actually goes to our last drive for Pella Christian's offense. 10 minutes, 31 seconds.
Wow.
Didn't realize I had the ball that long in the.
Really nice job.
But we'll take that time of possession any day of the week. Make it 43-0 there on that final drive. But that is tonight's longest drive presented by Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center. All your hardware, plumbing, and interior design solutions are just a short drive away at Gilchrist Jewett Hardware and Design Center in Pella. That leaves us with just a couple of notes here that we got to make, and that's what's coming up. Wired by Center Point Electric. We'll start there. We don't know where we're going next week as it relates. We have guesses in our mind. Obviously, we have discussed this at length in the broadcast booth. We're not going to mislead anybody by telling them who we might be playing or anything like that, JD. But the Eagles, they will be playing next week, and it'll likely be on the road. I would have to. We assume it's going to be on the road. Obviously, barring something crazy, it will be on the road, but there's the slim possibility maybe we're back here, but I don't think we will be.
Yeah, so as the 2 seed in the district, Pella Christian did their job here tonight by beating a 3 seed in a different district, but now it's probably, unless some 4 seed beats a 1 seed, I don't think that's going to happen. So the 1 seeds will host another game, so we will likely see Pella Christian hitting the road to a 1 seed in a different district. To be determined. The thing about living in Pella, Iowa, is just geographically, the state has the opportunity to send you in a multitude of different directions. Last year, we ended up going up to South Hamilton, and had a thriller of a game up there. That would be the same game that we're looking at this week, and we'll see. That comes out tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., I believe.
I think it is. So we will officially know tomorrow. Yeah. You can find that information on KNIA, KRLS.com. We will likely have that on Facebook as well. Unfortunately, I won't be able to post it because what's coming up for me is tomorrow a trip to Decorah. We want to give a big shout out here. I doubt he's tuned into this. I'm pretty sure he's busy in the process, but Andrew Swadner, he covers our Indianola sporting events, our Simpson sporting events, and he's getting married tomorrow or this weekend, so he is off. Trevor Castle actually made the trip to Des Moines yesterday to call the Indianola football game for him, and so Andrew, congrats on getting hitched this weekend.
Have you been to Decorah?
This will be my third trip for athletics.
Beautiful country.
It is a beautiful. It is beautiful up there. It's a long drive.
Yeah,
I will say that.
Some beautiful fall weather though. So
yes.
Come on, nobody's feeling bad for it.
No, it's gonna be a long trip up there. Watch the Simpson Storm versus the Luther Norse, and watch some college football. But that's what's coming up for me tomorrow. If you want to tune in, that's on 94.3 KNIA. We'll have some fun with that game tomorrow. I'll be joined by our new Knoxville news director, Clayton Sampson, who also does our PCM coverage. Should see if he's got anything as it relates to the end of his game. Have not seen that yet. Do have some Stravers Cellular Instant Radio updates to pass along, though. Pella takes a 20-16 lead on Gilbert in the third quarter. They storm back after a slow start where they trailed 16-0. Harlan 21, Knoxville 12. 9:37 to go in the third quarter. Excuse me. That's another Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. You're listening to Pella Christian Football, powered by Bank Iowa on KNIA, KRLS.com, KRLS2. But what's coming up was wired by Centerpoint Electric. If you have an electrical project coming up, trust the experts at Centerpoint Electric in Pella, wired for excellence. We're going to take a break. We'll be joined by head coach of the Pella Christian football team, Rich Kakmarinsky, right after this on KNIA, KRLS.com.
CPAs are known for doing things by the numbers, but the accountants at Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, Nickel go beyond the numbers. They are committed to their clients to bring the best advice at competitive prices to ensure that you get the best service to meet your needs. They'll stand behind you in case you would ever need help, unlike most of the do-it-yourself tax services, with year-round advice for any life changes that may happen. And if you're unhappy with your current service, they are accepting new clients with a smooth and seamless transition.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seastra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Thistle's Flower Market reminds you that even in darkness, it is possible to create light. And you can bring that light to someone else's day with a call to Thistles. You can still spread the joy and make people happy with Thistle's delivery, and for convenience, online orders are available 24/7 at thistlesflowermarket.com. Fresh flowers and plants are a great way to let someone know you're thinking about them, even when you can't be with them. Generating smiles for over 15 years, Thistle's Flower Market makes someone smile today. Step into Beek's Barbershop, where style meets affordability. For just $20, experience a haircut that's worth every penny. Whether it's a classic cut or a trendy style, their talented barbers craft precision cuts that suit your unique style, making you look and feel your best. And honestly, everything feels better after a haircut, so schedule your appointment today. Providing quality haircuts for men of all ages since 1993, Beek's Barbershop. It's the best seat in town.
Welcome back here inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on the Captain Design of Pella radio postgame show. With our continuing coverage of Iowa high school athletics, we're joined now by Pella Christian head football coach Rich Kakmarinsky following a 43-0 win over the Ogden Bulldogs in the first round of the Class 1A playoffs. Coach Kakmarinsky, Ogden came out and they kind of surprised you guys a little bit with the pooch onside kick there, and kind of felt like they grabbed some momentum early. What about them early on just gave I should rephrase that and say, with that level of confidence, what was kind of the thought that you guys had with the way that they came out and opened tonight's contest?
Well, that was a really good call by them. I mean, obviously, kind of a gutsy, to onside kick on the first possession, but they caught us napping a little bit, so that was a good play. And then honestly, the story of the whole first quarter, we just had miserable field position. That got us in a hole, and then we had two costly holding penalties right back to back. And so we had like first and forever, and we were able to get out of that a little bit, but we just couldn't sustain that drive. So that was really the story of the first quarter. We just offensively, we struggled a little bit. We had bad field position. And I would say Ogden came out and played some pretty inspired ball.
You talk about the struggles there offensively in the first quarter. It was contained to just the first quarter. The second quarter, you guys got going. And, it's not going to show up when you look at the scoring breakdown or anything like that because the play didn't score, but it felt like the momentum shifted when Trevor Veenstra broke that big run. I had it down for 67 yards there early in the second quarter, and Benny finishes off with a touchdown, though. That play by Trevor, you moved him from right tackle back to fullback, which is where he was going to be starting to start the year. And it's plays like that I'm sure that you guys are really excited to have him here for this postseason run.
Well, I agree with you. I think that totally sparked us. I thought it was a monster run. We had really good blocking, and Trevor just ran through a bunch of tackles. And obviously I was hoping to get him to score, but that was a long run. We totally flipped the field. I think we took the ball over like on the 10-yard line. So that was a 60-yard run or almost a 70-yard run. And then we ought to punch it in, get that first score, and we went for 2, and we got up 8-0. So I really thought that was just totally kind of kickstarted our offense. We were able to get 2 more scores during before halftime, so we were at 23-0. And our defense, our defense played really, really well. And then I think that was kind of a rinse and repeat there in the third quarter. Our defense played well, got the ball back. Our offense was able to run a score. So I was really pleased. Felt like our offense kind of got back in rhythm, kind of got back in sync after that monster run by Trevor Veenstra.
We're going to talk about that defense coming up here. Don't worry. I want to make sure we're going to hit on those guys. But what I want to talk about first, I want to talk about the senior, Benny Schurz. He comes back. He's been a 2-year starter at running back. This is year number 3 starting at the running back position. And quite honestly, statistically, it might not be his best game. I thought tonight was one of the best games I've seen over the last 3 years that Benny Schurz has played. He ran hard. He ran fast. And really, it felt like when you guys needed a big play, you could really just count on him to make that play tonight. What is it about him where over the last 3 years, it feels like just every game he gets a little bit better, a little bit stronger, a little bit faster? What is it about his game that allows him to do that week in and week out?
Well, we felt like, and I felt like going to the games tonight, we were going to get Benny a lot of touches. I mean, he ended up with about 20 touches. I think he had 19 carries for 124. Going into the game, I was maybe thinking 30 touches for him tonight, but he really responded well. He's playing, to your point, he's probably playing the best ball of the season, maybe the best ball of his career. He's almost impossible to tackle one-on-one. So our goal is just to get him some seams, get him some daylight, and then run up in there. He really sparked us as well. So I was really pleased with Benny. And then honestly, I thought Cooper did some really great things. He was a nice third punch. You got Trevor, you got Benny, and then we kind of showed us tonight what we wanted to do, to have those 3 guys in the backfield at the same time, because Cooper really had some really big runs in the third quarter. And then I thought Caleb Van Arendonk, boy, I thought he really played well. Made some great decisions in the passing game. Had a couple of timely runs for first downs himself in the running game. So, we rushed for not quite 300. I think we were like 297. Yeah, so 35 carries for 297. That's a pretty good night rushing the football.
It really is. The unit, I want to come back to it. We mentioned them a minute ago, the defense. Mm-hmm. They were absolutely phenomenal tonight. Yeah. Pitched the second shutout that you guys have had this season. Yep. The first one coming against Cardinal.
Yes.
They were phenomenal all night long. And Ogden offensively early on, it looked like maybe they were going to get something going with their running game, and then combined with the passing game there for Rowe, a big, strong, physical quarterback, and your defense just really stepped up tonight and responded to the challenge of playoff football. What can you say about the effort you got from your defense tonight?
Well, it's really hard to pitch a shutout in modern-day football. I mean, just the way the offense is set up, a lot of the rules are for the offense. To have our defense pitch another shutout in the playoffs, we're really proud. I thought that really spoke to their focus and their intensity. To start out, I thought we did a great job against the run. I think they had 35 rushes for 66 yards, so they had less than 2 yards a carry. I mean, that's a statement right there. They averaged less than 2 yards a carry rushing the football, and then our pass rush I thought was really effective. their quarter. We didn't always get to their quarterback, but I think we definitely had some hurries. Well, got some knockdowns. So I thought our pass rush was really good. And then Cooper got an interception, and that was really nice. And so I thought we just had a really nice, a well-rounded effort by our defense.
It was a well-rounded effort. Would be remiss. I know we've said it a couple of times. You guys are playing arguably some of your best football of the season here in the postseason. And obviously this is the time where you need to play your best football because it's win or go home. And for your squad to really be finding their stride at this point of the season, after maybe some struggles against, Grundy Center or Sigourney Keota, obviously those sting, those losses do, but you guys have responded from each of those losses, and now you're playing that best ball in the postseason. How big of a confidence boost is that for you and the coaching staff, knowing that your squad is at their best here in Week 9 going on Week 10 of the season?
Well, I think the nice thing is we're also healthy. We got Camden back tonight. Not in the kicking game, but as far as offense is concerned, he had a couple nice catches, had a real nice touchdown catch. So that's nice to have. Again, we kind of rearranged the deck chairs on offense a couple weeks ago to get our horses in the backfield. I think that bore some fruit tonight. Our offensive line continues to grow and to develop. Ogden has some big dudes on the line of scrimmage, so that was quite a chore tonight. Then again, we've played solid defense all year long. I think our defense continues to get better. Maybe shout out to Elias Keegan tonight in the kicking game. Made his extra points, kicked off really well. I think their average starting field position in the first half was miserable. I mean, our field position was bad in the first quarter, but once we started scoring, we were able to get them down in the hole and keep them there. So that was really good by Elias Keegan in our kickoff cover. Had a nice punt return by Cooper to give us that third score right before half, which I thought was kind of maybe a backbreaker for Ogden. And
you mentioned a guy that I forgot that I wanted to bring up, and I'm glad you brought him up. Elias Keegan, he stepped in. Camden Parker kind of got injured right before the Sigourney Keota game, tried to play through that one a little bit, just wasn't really able to go at 100%. Elias Keegan has stepped in and taken over those kicking duties, and he has been really good at that for a freshman to step into a spot like this with a team that is playing their best football and just continuing to provide excellent kicking, which is a storied success here at Pella Christian, is the kicking game. What can you say about what he has added to this team, knowing that he was kind of thrust into a role here late in the season?
That's right. Well, I love athletics. I love football. I think that, a lot of things that happen in athletics is great training ground for life. And, that's sometimes things happen. You get put into a situation where you need to perform, you're expected to perform. And so I've been really proud of Elias. I think that obviously kicking is a stressful role, stressful position, but he's got a really good head on his shoulders. So I've been really proud of him. And I was just, and the way he kicked off tonight again, we had kind of a really minus that onside kick that we didn't cover very well. We really had a playoff level kicking performance tonight between our kickoff cover and our punt return and our extra points. I thought we really did a nice job there.
I thought you guys did too. Now, as we transition, look ahead to next week. We don't know the opponent yet. More than likely, barring something crazy, we know we're going to be on the road at somebody. Again, opponent to be determined. As you guys get ready for that game, what's kind of the thing that you're telling the guys after tonight? Because obviously you want to celebrate this win a little bit. You don't want to go overboard, knowing that you've got bigger and better games to play this season and hopefully a lot more games to play this year.
Well, we're going to celebrate. This is a good game tonight, good win for us, good momentum builder. I've gotten to the point where I don't think I've ever taken playoff wins for granted, but definitely as I gotten older, they seem like they're getting tougher and tougher. So we're gonna have to. I'm pretty sure we have to go on the road, being a number 2 seed. But again, I think the thing we have going for us is we're playing really good football. We're playing the best football of the year. We're healthy. I think we got all our chess pieces on the board the way that we want now, and that's kind of exciting. So, this is what the playoffs are about. finding out how good are you, who's the best. So that's where we're going to continue our march. I think we have a nice playoff team, and so we're just going to keep getting better and see what happens.
Absolutely, Coach Kagmarinsky. We're excited for it. Best of luck next week. Looking forward to our conversation previewing that contest. But, again, best of luck next week wherever we are, and we'll find that information out on Saturday. But, again, appreciate the time as always, and congrats on another big win.
All right. Thanks, Tyler.
Absolutely. That was Pella Christian head football coach Rich Kagmarinsky, powered by Hy-Vee. We will be wrapping up here in closing, presented by Leighton State Bank. Eagles 43-0 winners over the Ogden Bulldogs to win their Class 1A playoff opener. And we are going to be done with this broadcast tonight. That was In Closing, presented by Leighton State Bank. Grow strong with us. You've been listening to the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show at Cabinet Design of Pella. They expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy, at Cabinet Design of Pella. Pella Christian 43, Ogden 0. We're going to send it back to the studio here we're going to play just a handful of commercials, and we'll be back. Sending it back to the studio here on KNIA, Thanks again for tuning in to this edition of Pella Christian High School Football.
When you drive around town and see for sale signs in front yards, you'll notice that there's only one real estate company with Pella in its name. That's us, Pella Real Estate Services. I'm Mike Buchheit, one of the Prez local agents. As a locally owned brokerage, it's important for us to be locally involved. So you'll see our agents coaching local sports teams,